Hi! How we doing, Blythe? Thank you for the sub. If you're listening, thank you so much. Yippee! Hello, Oz. How's everybody doing? Happy day 9 of Donathon.
I love you.
God. Hi, Jess. Thank you for the bits to attack me in my own home. Hi.
How are we feeling?
The boys are here. Everybody, welcome to Boys Stream. Welcome to stream about my boys. We're gonna get real silly with it, baby. What's going on? Oh no! Oz, thank you for the gift subs. Oh my god. Goodbye. Hello. Hello, Umbra. Thank you. Thank you for the hype train. Everybody enjoy your gift subs. Hope you enjoy all your silly little emotes. Made by my wonderful friend Cerise. Welcome to the chaos. Yeah, I was gone for a second. I hope you guys are ready for a very silly stream. I have made I have made a silly little PowerPoint for you all. How many slides in this silly little PowerPoint? The first of 2 silly little PowerPoints. Hi, Blythe. There you go. You get those. What? I forget what emotes you get on. Oh my god. Thank you, Bean. Thank you for the bits pun. Tits is broken, so the bits don't throw things
tier one
at me. Thank you so much. Hi, hello, Finn. Oh my god, so many people are here to see me talk about my fucking boys. This is gonna be one of the silliest streams I've ever done. Not just because I'm talking about my favorite little guys, my wonderful men. And by wonderful, I mean my fucking awful men. I have also had so much caffeine. I have been drinking caffeine all day to power through finishing the Bakano PowerPoint tomorrow. I have probably, I'm gonna say 200 slides left. I have most of episode 4 still, and then I need to go through and comb
tier
through.
One, tier
Thank
one,
you.
tier one, tier
The
one,
11
tier
bits.
one, tier one, tier one, tier one, tier one, tier one, tier one.
Yeah, I have episode 3 pretty much done. I do need to go through and clean out a few things, update my notes a little bit. The script is almost 9,000 words for the stream tomorrow. Yippee. But yeah, I'm gonna be staying up late tonight to finish it because as Blythe said in the chat, Blythe has a plan to make me sad tomorrow. I have D&D before stream tomorrow, and Blythe has already decreed it a depression session. So I'm gonna cry. I get very emotional about my girl. Bean's just excited to finally get my character lore. I also need this while watching Talk to Me, because I'm losing it over the Bad Decision Spirit and the movie. Talk to Me rips. Talk to Me rips. Bean is safe from depression session because Bean's character is so head empty and so purely good and so kind that Bean is not gonna have a suffering game like I am. I have a girl full of secrets and sadness. that Bean has been trying to slowly whittle backstory out of me for months. Yeah, Bean's character has not really known suffering and has been the best person to lead our little walk through these little Fae islands we're on right now, because she is so perfectly smooth brain. I have plans for them too. I've had a week to plot. I'm so scared. we should have just... I should have just said fuck it, keep playing, and I'll just get to stream late yesterday so you didn't have a whole additional week to plan another way to make me cry. Oh my god, donation from Pawn! Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This makes 50. Ah, thank you. And we are so close to the $500 goal now. Thank you guys so much. You're so kind. Han, do you want your name exactly like that on my body? Because I can do that. Let me also get the actual donation link in here. You got it. You got it, Pawn. Pawn, just so you get... Oh, did I already pin it? No, that's the hype train thing. Okay. It's fun getting to hear Sumi's live vlogging you guys' D&D campaigns because it's always super normal and not wild at all. Yes, Finn is in the group chat where I do live blog things that happen in our D&D campaign, because we have a little channel in our group Discord that they mostly get the hot NPC pictures, but then sometimes I'll say shit that is buck wild. What is the last thing I said in there? Oh, I live blogged Elia's panic attack. Half holy shit and half wow, they're hot. Yep. They do get the tea. They do get the tea. And it's fun. It's fun. Okay, 1 second. Let me get Pawn's name on my body, and then we'll get into this silly little time. Also, Blythe, I forgot to ask you when you donated where you wanted your name, but I just assumed you wanted it on the Yitties. I just assumed that that's where you would want it. So that's where it's been living. Pawn, where do you want your name? Oh my god, look at that cat go! The cute one. Okay, 1 second. Let me copy all of those A's. You want it as an earring? I could do that. Your assumptions are 110% correct. Yeah, I do think when I put it on there, I like stuck you in the boa, and then I went, no, he would want the titties. Oh, no, don't draw on it. Don't draw on it. No. I'm a simple man with simple thoughts. I've seen your art. I know what's going on. I know what you're about. Okay. All right, let me grab details. On. Oh, why did it do it like that? Why does it hate me? Why does it hate me? Oh, because it's like really big. Oh, and it put like an enter. That'll do it. Oh, don't do that. Sorry, I will get this done as quickly as possible, and then we'll get into the sillies. Because this is gonna be very silly. No, I could just do this. I could just do this. Let me pick it up. Aha! Yeah, Pawn is smiling because Pawn has made a contribution to this stream. And it's very funny. It's a very, very funny, silly stream. Han also cried watching K- Oh no, I'm gonna cry. Am I gonna cry while watching K-pop Demon Hunters? I'm gonna watch that once Donathon's over. Am I gonna cry? Wait, I'm a big fucking baby. I'm gonna cry. Oh no. You're gonna fucking cry. Oh no. Oh no. I am also probably gonna cry. Oh no. It's a good cry. Can't believe all my friends want me to cry. Okay. Okay. Let me get this name on here. Only because I cried. Sometimes if you cry, you want your friends to cry in solidarity. Okay, and now, okay.
New donation from Oswald doing a crime.
Oh my god, Oz! Thank you! Now I need to move the goal! Now I need to move the goal again! Where's my items? Thank you, Oz. But hey, that does also mean people can pick a new emote. If you have an idea for an emote you would like to see, let me know, and I will probably draw it on stream. Okay, let's get Pawn on here. Pawn said is an earring. Second, I'm gonna get up in here. Hi. I'm gonna see if I can do that. I might have to make it tiny so it doesn't like go over my entire face, but hello, Pawn. And it. Oh, that's kind of on my bangs. Is that close enough? That's fine. I'll know it's there. What do we think? What do you think of this? It's very bouncy. I will feel bad if it's me making friends cry on accident playing games and movies. See, in sound mind. But sometimes it's intentional. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for me bursting into tears within sound mind. That's okay. Okay, one sec. Let me see. Can I get it more on the ear? I do think that is on my ear. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what that's attached to, actually. Let's do hair. Let's do hair. Hello, Oz. Why are we saying Sumi? Hello? Hello? There you go. I think this is fun. Oh, I gotta say something. Wait, what? What did you tell? What? I gotta say something nice about myself. Oh, God. Oh, God. One second. Let me put myself back here and see how this looks. Yeah, that's funny. I will settle for a hair clip. Thank you. Oh, God. Now I gotta think of... Oh, God. What do you mean? What do I say that I haven't already said? And I forget what I've already said. Gah, Oz. Nice things about Sumi, nice things about Sumi, nice things about Sumi. Now that feels rude. But let's see. What is a nice thing about myself? I already talked about singing voice. I talked about... I think I'm a very good cat mom. I take really good care of Edison. Talk about how good of a friend you are? Oh, God. No, I think I'm a good cat mama. Eddie loves me very much. and if anything is even relatively wrong with him, I do freak out. Okay, let me edit the goal and then we'll get going. Oh my God, it's been 18 minutes. Quality friend account. I'm trying so hard not to contradict. I'm trying so hard not to be like, no. But deep breathing. This is why I say that this is psychic damage being dealt to me. You're a good cat mom. You see, yes, Finn gives me good advice. 5
new donation from Bin the Goblin VT.
Bean! Bean. Next goal after that is 1 hour of uwu voice. Okay, I don't think I can do that during Bakano stream. So if we hit $1,000 tomorrow for some reason, then I have to redeem that 1 hour of uwu voice at another time. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was coordinated. It might be. Bean and Oz are in the same house. Okay, there we go. Bean, what did you do? 50 in total. Okay, so good. Bean get art. Thank you, Bean. I will contact you after Donathon for what you want. Oh my god, Cerise is here! Everyone's here to see me talk about my fucking guys! Hi, Cerise. Hi, my pal, Cerise. Everyone is here to see me be a little bit crazy. Hello! Okay, alright. Goal updated. So the next goal is if we hit $750 raised, then chat chooses 5 new little props that you'll be able to redeem as channel point redeems to put on my model. I will find little props and it'll be good. Okay, that's where we are. All right, I think that's everything. Oh god, we gotta get these props the reason. Good. All right, 1 second. Let me reconfigure my windows. Let me re-enter presenter mode. Put this over here. Full screen this. Get rid of my
new donation
magic
from
cursor.
Finn.
Finn! Thank you, Finn. Y'all are so nice. My friends are so nice. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Something, something good, Donathon. Let's get those props. Thank you. Oh, and now Finn gets to be on my body. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Well, we will get to this stream. Other side of the boa, you got it. Thank you so much. Very nice of you. Y'all are doing friendship crimes to me. Second, whoop. Finn. Oh, let me crop this so it's not huge. We shall float together, brother.
New donation from Jessie Moon Bunny.
Oh my god. Jess! Y'all guys, this makes 50. Okay, I will, there will be an art stream probably next week, if not the week after that. Then, that I will draw the boy on stream. I will draw that boy. Yeah. This stream ain't ever gonna start. It'll happen. It'll happen. I need more Okage art. I know. I'll work on it. I'll make him very angular. Because that's the only way I know how to draw is angular. Okay. Oh wait, no. I need to put this in the folder now. Okay, Finn here. Finn. Go in the folder. Finn in the folder. Finn. In the boa. There you go. Easy placement. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for your donations. You're all so nice. Where's my Tom Cardi cover loser? I've seen the Donut goals before. I know these goals. But I think I just truly internalized the ramifications of 1 hour uwu voice. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, like I said, if we hit it during Bakano stream, because tomorrow is the last day of the Donathon. If we hit it during Bakano stream, I must redeem an hour of uwu voice on the next stream, because that stream's gonna be a YouTube video, and I cannot talk about those mobsters in an uwu voice for a thing that goes up on youtube.com. I can't do that. I cannot do that. Wait, what? Okay. All right, okay.
New donation from Oswald doing a crime.
Oh my god, Oswald! The whale twacer. Oz. Jesus Christ. What do you mean? Oz. Jesus! Jacuzzi spot. Wad Wuso. Oh my god, so episode 4, Cerise, Jess, Finn, and Pon have already gotten the Bakano PowerPoint. They were the friends. They were the friends that got the original Bakano PowerPoint. So I don't know if you guys remember what episode 4 is. Episode 4 is Lad Russo enjoys talking a lot and slaughtering a lot. And if I did that episode in the uwu voice, oh my god. Jeez, Oz, thank you so much. You're so... I really appreciate all your generosity. Thank you so much. Oh, for sure. Yeah, dude. Lad Russo. Well, and also episode 4 is the one with a lot of Lad Russo punching. If y'all remember a sequence with a lot of punching from a Mr. Lad Russo. Having to do that in uwu voice would be, whew. Oh my god, I do have to say something nice again. Oh god. We gotta start this stream one day.
New donation from Bin the Goblin VT.
I'm going to scream, I think. B. You guys. I'm going to scream or cry. I have to say 2 nice things. Yeah, because that puts Bean up to 75. Oh, Jess, I saw your message. I do not remember what episode that's from. And does Lad call somebody fat? I don't remember what episode that's from. And I don't know where I have my clips. I'll have to see. God, you guys. Get her, rich friends. No! Thank you, guys. You're all so kind. Okay, I have to say 2 nice things about myself. Oh, God. Oh, God. What can I say? They don't already that. Y'all want me to suffer? Okay, well, Bean, will you accept that? Will you accept if I say out loud that I, Sumire Hanaki, am a cutie? Is that enough for the Bean one? Yeah, okay, cool. You can have this. You could clip this if you want. So you now have permanent proof of me saying I, Sumire Hanaki, am a cutie. And then for Oz is... I almost said something that wasn't a compliment. I have been told many times that and by many I mean like 3 times, I am a good D&D player.
New donation from Finn.
Oh my god! You guys! On the stream where I talk about my boyfriends doing stupid shit! You guys, thank you, Finn. That does get us the whole... Cool, great. Met. I think this was the perfect time, thank you. The stream ain't ever gonna start. Thank you, guys. I shared the thoughts about fictional characters. They would put me in prison. True. Yeah. Clip. Okay. Let's move this goal. Let's move this goal, I guess. Goal 5. If we hit 1,000 at this stream, 1, I'm gonna start yelling. 2, I think I also would redeem it post Donathon because I also kind of want to make this stream into a YouTube video if it ever gets started. After Donathon. I'm adding that on here. This is all part of the plan. First, the generous benefactors get her all emotional, and then we move into boyfriend content while she's sappy. Okay, what is goal 6? Oh god, I didn't think we would get this far, and I've forgotten. Oh, a drawing VTubers from India. Hello.
How are we feeling?
Hi, baby. I'm gonna talk about that man so much today. I'm gonna have so many thoughts about him. Okay. Updated. This stream will start. So help me God. Break the scene. What boyfriend stuff exactly today? I mean, hi Pop Art. I am doing a silly little presentation putting my 10 of my many fictional boyfriends into silly scenarios. No. Jesse, I'm gonna beat your ass. Jesse, I'm gonna beat your ass. I know where you live. I've been in your house. I know where you live. I've been in your house.
New donation from Jessie Moon Bunny.
God, Jess, thank you. Thank you. Do I have to say another nice thing about myself? I think I do. The stream ain't never gonna start. Oh my god. You aren't allowed to start shit with me, my cat punched you in your face. I'll start shit. Seamus can hit me in the face again. Now say you're a good friend. I am a good friend. Thank you very much. And I have very, very good friends. Thank you. You guys are all so nice. I'm gonna start crying. Okay. We need to start this stream or I'm gonna burst into tears. You have to come here to pick up your cat. I don't think I've talked about Lucius. So Finn has a foster cat right now who is so little and so tiny, and his tail is stuck in a little permanent L. And I am so in love with that fucking cat. I love that little guy. He's so itty bitty. I love all of Finn's foster cats. I think they're all so cute. But something about Lucius, I love that little dude. When he does finally get adopted, I am gonna be so sad. But that's still my little guy. He's got the same marble cake pattern edit. He does have a really similar pattern. He's just so little and so sweet. He's just small and crooked. He's so little. They're like father and son, those two. So Pop Art, it's actually kind of sad. He was found in a not great situation, so his tail was probably broken in a bad situation and healed in a little L shape. Yeah, so his tail's just stuck like that. But he's such a sweet and loving little guy. And he's been through so much, but he's still so baby and so sweet. I love Lucius. New stream goal, $5,000. I go to get Lucius, maybe. No. No, let's not say that. Let's not say that. That would be if we only have 2 streams. If we got all the way to the top in 2 streams, I would make a stretch goal of me going to get this fucking cat. But no, I can't actually do that. He runs away from me now because I put him away at night. Aw, baby boy. I love Lucius. He's so sweet. Okay. It's been half a goddamn hour. I have 246 slides to go through, and so many thoughts about my silly little guys. I would make this happen for free. No, I can't. I can't do that. I can't do that. This ain't my house. I could not just get a cat, get another cat, and bring him into the house. Because this ain't my house. And I also don't think that I could make a kitten stay downstairs away from the dogs. So, like Eddie stays downstairs because he only cares about me. But I still, like, put him away when I'm, like, gone and stuff. And Eddie can barely clear the baby gate going upstairs, so if he tries to jump there, it'll fall over and make a big noise and I can hear him. But I think a kitten could be evasive. and get upstairs, and we don't want that. So... He's gonna break into my house and drive Lucius to the bar. He should be at the club. Okay. For real. Let's get to the subject of this stream, shall we? Let's go. Welcome, everyone, to the silliest fucking thing I've done on this channel, I think. Which is saying something, but like it's pretty up there, the level of silly that I'm getting at today. Let me put on my music so we have something going on. There we go. All right. Okay. So, what this stream is gonna be is I have a lot of silly hypothetical categories, and I have 10 of my favorite guys that I would kiss on the mouth. And I'm going to go into my mind palace, and I am going to think of what they would do in certain hyper-specific scenarios. If you have never done something like this with, like, your D&D characters, any OCs, any just fictional character that you enjoy, I highly recommend it. It's so fun to think how they would react to random little situations, and I'm gonna put them in so many random situations today. Just some general things as we get started. This is all fun, silly, non-seriousness. If you think different things about these characters, make your own list. You can argue with me in the chat if you want. That's fine. But we're not gonna be super serious about literally any of this. I just like to think about these guys, and I like to rotate them in my brain, and I like to put them in little scenarios. Okay? Cool. We can contest my opinions, but everyone be cool and be chill about it, because this is just a silly little hypothetical. We're just you going into the mind palace. And we're thinking about stupid shit. Okay? Okay? Alright. So. Funny little guys and funny little scenarios. It's so fun. I do this with my D&D characters all the time. Yeah, there's at least 2 mods here. Everybody be cool. Alright, so. Are you guys ready to meet our contestants? Our little guys. So. I had to play this music for this. This was very important to me. You're such a fucking dork. Shut up! Somebody made a 1-hour cut of this on YouTube already. So, first up, probably, objectively, the worst man here, but he is the man that I did indeed marry, and the one that everyone expects to be here. Loki Laufeyson. I am specifically pulling MCU Loki for this. Boo! Yeah, Pon hates this man. Pon hates this man. Yeah, this is the boy everybody expects to be here.
Now you fucked up! Now you fucked up! Now you fucked up!
Like I said, it doesn't make me feel better that it's your mom, Papa.
Why are we still here? Just to
suffer.
Oh, boo boo tomato tomato to my mans. Come on. But yes, we are just talking MCU Loki. If you get at me for like comic book stuff, I'm so sorry. I do not know shit. I do not know fuck. I just like this man very much and Marvel Rivals Loki, but it's mostly this one. It's mostly this one. All right. Okay. Contestant number 2 of 10. He is somehow one of 2 men who walk with a cane, have a very brittle, broken body, and are very verbose and well-spoken. But this one is the original one that I added to my... Nope, it's not that one!
Feeling?
Hold that, Victor Nation, how we feeling? The second one's actually V Devil May Cry. The original Kane, man. Pawn is wooing because she gave me this one. All right, contestant number 3. Basically the same man in a slightly different font and a slightly different accent. This one. Victor Nation, how are we feeling? Victor Arcane. So far, neither of them have last names either, actually. I just call them V Devil May Cry and Victor Arcane because they don't have last names. These two truly are the same man in a different font. What's that funny little quote? I hate that I've introduced you guys to Time to Crank It. Bean had a penny for every time Sumi had a cane boy, then Bean would have 2 pennies, but weird that it happened to a boy with a cane whose bodies are really fucked up. Who fucking die? Okay, alright. So, contestant number 4. The least human, but honestly, one of the nicest voices. He's big, he is tall, he love a gun. Garrus Vicarian. My big bug bird man. I love him. Alright, contestant number 5. We love you, Garrus. Best boy Mass Effect, absolutely. Okay, contestant number 5. The second least human here, but only by virtue of he is entirely made of metal parts. He is the goodest boy here. He is a Labrador Retriever made into a man. Connor RK800, the android sent by Cyberlife. Connor, the only good man here. We love Connor in this house. We love this robot. We love Connor. He's here from Connor. Is wonderful. Garrus is a good man. Yeah, that's true. I have a total of 2. Well, 3. We'll get to a 3rd. All right. Contestant number 7? I think he's contestant number... I think, yeah, Connor was 6. This one's 7. The OG man. The OG boy, my only man that I was with for like 5 years, and then something broke in my brain, and now I have all of these boys. I do call him my first husband now, because it's funny to imply that we are divorced. It is Cardinal Copia / Papa Emeritus IV from Ghost. One of these things is not like the other, and it is this old man.
Cheer 30.
Thank you for the bits. All right. Okay, contestant number, I think 8 out of 10. I think. I'm not sure. Really fighting Loki for the worst man here. He is gonna be really getting read to filth this entire stream. A man that I have put 500 hours of my life into attempting to kiss. A man who is given me my favorite OC that I've ever made ever in Tavora Kyron, because I made her to kiss him. Astarion on Cunin. We love... Oh, wait, no, this is number 6. Astarion's number 6. I'm remembering who else is here. All right, okay, this is... I'm just gonna stop counting them. I've lost count. We're booing him. He sucks and we're booing him. I have a candle that's supposed to smell like him. He has to be here. Okay? Alright, next guy. The honestly, objectively better choice from the same game franchise. I love him and his big, sad cow eyes. He is the reason that I'm gonna fight the goddess of magic behind Denny's, Gale Decarios. Look at his big sad eyes. I love you, Gale. I'm so sorry. My depression king. He's also one of the few good guys here. All right, we have two more boys left. Next up, the one that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get the most sideways looks about from people who don't know this person, because you look at him and you see exactly what he is supposed to be, and I have to grab people and be like, no, he's not the Joker. No, he's not the Joker, except he can absolutely be the Joker. It's John Doe from Batman the Enemy Within, my most obscure boy here, I think. Copia and John fighting for most obscure cat. He is the Joker, but he's not the Joker, but you look at him, he's the Joker. He's the Joker. Hi, John. He's so sweet. The only valid version of the Joker. You know it. You know it. We love John Doe in this house. All right, and our last contestant here. The anti-Joker, kinda, sorta. He's a sweet little baby. All right, last boy here. I almost didn't put him here because he is appearance-wise very similar to another man already on this list. But then I realized this is the only motherfucker here with money and connections, and it could be very, very funny to put him up against the other boys. So it is Silas, Love in Deep Space. Also, hey, today, Love in Deep Space announced that we're getting wedding cards. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna spend so much money. I've been asking for wedding cards in Love in Deep Space for like 6 months, and now they're doing it. And I don't like the Silas wedding dress. Uh-oh. He does have a very good voice. Contender for best voice. Silas, Love in Deep Space. He has a great voice. All right. Those are all the boys that we are putting in stupid little scenarios. I will stop the Deltarune music. I'm gonna put the bar music back on. All right. Okay. I don't trust that beautiful man. Pawn, you don't trust any beautiful man. A voice better than Copia's? Yeah. A voice better than a barely passable Italian accent. Yep. Tobias Forge, I love you. That accent, though. All right. Okay. Silas. So Silas does sing, but it's canonically terrible. That's one of my favorite things about Silas. This man runs a criminal empire and, like, has a karaoke room in his house, and he's fucking awful. Can't carry a goddamn tune in a bucket. I love you, Silas. Beautiful men are the enemy of peace. All right, okay. So obviously, now they've gone through all the men, potential spoilers. Like, I've scripted out some of this, but I don't know 100% of what is about to come out of my mouth. So, spoilers for, obviously, Loki content, Mass Effect, Detroit Become Human, Baldur's Gate 3, Batman the Enemy Within, Arcane, but I'm gonna try to avoid Season 2 spoilers. We're gonna really live in some Season 1 Victor space with a lot of this, because Season 2 Victor is barely the same man. And we're just gonna hone in on, like, Season 1, Act 2 Victor. is where we're going with Victor. Devil May Cry 5, absolute spoilers for that. Love and Deep Space up to Death and Rebirth, because I haven't read that part of the story yet. It takes me a long time to read Love and Deep Space lore, because I truly just log in, look at the man, do my dailies, and log the fuck off. Also spoilers for, like, Fight Club, Saw, Bambi? I forgot to put Bambi on here. Alright, cool. Let's get actually into it. Let's get into it. So section 1 of this 3-ish section PowerPoint I am calling just general silly thoughts. These are just little general scenarios that I'm going to put these boys in. Our first scenario is partially inspired by the YouTuber Haley Whipjack, which is where I got the idea for this stream from, because she did a video putting all the Baldur's Gate 3 companions into silly little lists like this, and I was like, oh, I should do that with my boys. So that's pretty much why we're here. So I've kind of taken this first scenario from them, from Haley, and also, at the same time, my father, Papa Hanaki, has said for years that truly the litmus test for if you can, like, exist in society is whether or not you put back a shopping cart. So, which of these boys, going from least likely to put back a shopping cart to most likely to put back a shopping cart? So we start at the bottom. Number 10. This boy is never putting away a shopping cart. It's Loki. It's Loki. He's never doing it. He thinks it's beneath him. He genuinely is like, why would a god put away a shopping cart? He would never do it. He would make somebody else do it for him every single time. He would never. He would never. He would magic it on the roof to be a little shit. He doesn't even do the thing I hate where he puts it over the curb. Yeah. No, he just doesn't do it. He just won't do it. He just straight up will not. All right, number 9. Yeah, boo him for this. Boo him for this. Loki's gonna get read to filth this entire stream. Number 9, also not putting away a shopping cart 9 times out of 10. Astarion, of course he's not. Of course he's not. The only time he's going to do it is if my Tav Tavora Chiron makes big enough sad eyes at him, because anyone who can say no to her is stronger than God. He's absolutely not. He's absolutely not going to do it. He's the one that, like, pushes it over a curb, puts it in a different, like, entirely different parking lot. Yeah, he would just throw it somewhere. Honestly, it takes more effort for him to put it wherever the fuck it ends up. He borderline does it out of pure malice. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. 8. A shopping cart will get put away in this scenario, but he's not doing it with his own 2 hands. Silas. Silas is not walking a shopping cart back to the little thing you put the shopping cart in. He has his little energy powers and he will make it scoot scoot there. Or if the twins are there, if Luke and Kieran are there, the twins will happily do it for boss. Silas is not doing that. Silas is not putting away a shopping cart. Silas doing shopping in a place that requires his own shopping cart is also buck wild to think about. But no, he's putting it away with his little magic powers, or one of the twins are doing it. Yeah, he's got people and powers for that. He has money to not put away shopping carts, but the shopping cart will get put away. He will make sure that gets done, at least. Number 7, this is... The shopping cart will get put back again, but maybe not by his own 2 hands. Devil May Cry. He will do it if he is feeling physically able, you know? But, like, he does have the summons that can do it. Nightmare could put away a shopping cart. Shadow could put away a shopping cart. That would be really funny. Griffin could do it, but he'd complain the whole time. Like, that would be good. He is above Silas in this list because, like, at least he has a reason for not wanting to put away a shopping cart, and that reason is that he has glass bones and paper skin and is falling apart as a person. So he has more of an excuse to not put away a shopping cart. All right, this is right about kind of in the middle on this one. Number 6 is John. And the reason why he's kind of in the middle of the road, he would not intentionally not put away a shopping cart. He would volunteer to take back the shopping cart every single time. However, there is a non-zero chance that he gets distracted on the way to put away the shopping cart, and he will just walk away from it. And he will not remember for hours. So he has good intentions. He's just easily distracted. And he'll just walk away. All right, okay. Number 5. These boys are always putting back a shopping cart with their own 2 hands. Would it eat at him later? Absolutely. He would go back. John would go back if he remembered, and he would go find the shopping cart and put it away. And if there are multiple not put away shopping carts, he would try to put all of them away because he would forget which one is the shopping cart that he left out. All right, but we have hit a boy who's putting away the boys who are putting away the shopping carts with their own 2 hands every single time. The first one is Victor. Victor is putting it away every single time, regardless of what kind of pain day he's having. His legs don't work, but he's stubborn as shit. He is stubborn as shit, and he'll do it every single time. He will not let somebody else do it for him. He will do it every single time. I do think that there are probably, well, he is going to get to a point in time where he just can't. Kind of late season 1, act 3 times where he can like barely stand. He just can't. He physically can't. Yeah, he's gonna do his best though every single time. Okay, number 4, a boy who will put it back every single time is Copia. Copia is too anxious about breaking the social contract that is putting away a shopping cart. But he doesn't want to do it. He will probably grumble under his breath the entire time, but he will do it because he constantly feels like he's being watched, and he thinks if he just leaves it, then like people will know. So he does it every single time, but he does complain the whole time. All right. 3rd best boy at putting away shopping cart. Oh, he would absolutely do the thing where you like put your foot on the bar and push off really hard to put away that shopping cart. But then he'd like hurt his hips about it. He'd hurt his hips about it. All right. Number 3, the most average man about this is Garrus. It is so like a non-thought from him. He doesn't complain. He doesn't like make a comment about it. He just puts it back. He's so average and normal about it. He's so average and normal about it. Yes, applause for Garrus for being fucking normal. I'm not making a big deal about putting away a shopping cart. You've done it. The most normal fucker here. You did it, Garrus. But we still have 2 boys who are above Garrus. And number 2, to me, is Gale. Gale is always offering to put back the shopping cart like 1,000,000%. He also will like put the shopping in like your car and then take the shopping cart back. And if you're parked close enough to the store, he will walk the cart all the way back into the store so that like the employees don't have another cart to put away. He will just put it all the way back in the store. If you're parked close enough. If you're parked kind of far back, it goes into the little bay thing. But if you're close enough, back in the store. And my number 1 shopping cart boy, Connor. Obviously, it's Connor. Obviously, it's Connor. Connor is always taking the shopping cart back into the store to make less work for the people. that work there. Connor is grabbing other people's shopping carts. Connor is taking other people's shopping cart. They're walking out of the store, or they've just finished like putting their things away. And he's like, oh, do you need me to take that back for you? He just gets lines of shopping carts and taking them all the way back. He's so good. Yeah, don't worry, ma'am. I can put that back for you. My Boy Scout of a man. I love you, Connor. All right, that is the first category. That being said, I am going to take a quick break. Probably not even the full 5 minutes. I just have to use the bathroom, and I've already been streaming for an hour. So I will let you guys know what the next category is, and then we're going to take a quick breaky break, okay? Next category is actually a category submitted by Bean in my DMs. Which one of these boys is the easiest to steal from? Who could you get away with taking something from? Oh my god, Connor gets old people asking him if he works literally anywhere. You're absolutely right. All right, okay. Yes, go get a snack, go get water, go take your meds, go do what you need to. I'll be back in like 5 minutes, all right? And then we will keep going through this silly, silly, silly stream. Hello, welcome back. I wish I had popcorn for this. If there was ever a stream to eat popcorn during, it's me giving my 100% totally correct opinions about my guys. All right. Excuse me, let me drink some water. All right, let's get back into it. Who of these 10 men is the easiest to steal from? So Bean is giving each of the boys a penny. Will they keep them? Connor likes to flip coins. I think Connor would keep that. I think most of them would keep it. Astarian's keeping it. Loki's keeping it. John's keeping it. Yeah, they're gonna keep it. Most of them are gonna keep. I don't think anybody would say no. All right, so number 10, a boy I would highly recommend not stealing from. Do not steal from this man, Connor. No, 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 no. Do not try to steal from the murder robot. I think his training would come in real quick and he would just kill the shit out of you. And he's a detective. He's really, really good at, like, I'm sure he has, like, body awareness that, like, we as humans cannot fathom. I think he would know immediately if you tried to steal something from him, and there's, like, a non-zero chance he'd kill you. I think some programming would kick in and he'd probably kill you. Just don't. Depending on how you play the game, Connor can get real violent. So, welcome back with your crackers and nappy juice. Yeah, don't steal from Connor. Don't steal from Connor. I don't think it would work. I don't think it would work out well for anybody. Number 9, also don't steal from this guy, Silas. We have seen in Love in Deep Space what happens if someone tries to steal from Silas, and the answer is you are reduced to atoms. Atomizes you. This man has thousands of years of being able to see through people's bullshit and has the ability to crush someone into dust. The leader of Ani kindness you should not steal from. Do not steal from him. Excessive. You gotta send a message. The N109 zone is a fucking lawless land. And sometimes people have to be made example of if you try to steal from the leader of the N109 zone. At least it is a quick and painless death. Don't steal from Silas. that is the thing. Do not steal from Silas. Do not do it. Number 8. Also don't steal. Do not steal. Garrus. I don't know where you would even be able to steal something off of him. He's pretty well encased. Pretty carapace-like. But, like, years of military training would kick in and he'd beat your ass. He would fuck you up. And he always has a gun. He always has a gun. I think, yeah, dude, no, I don't think I think that you could maybe, like, get something off his person for, like, half a second, but then, like, the training would kick in and he'd beat you up. He would make you regret it every day. If he didn't kill you immediately, your life would be different afterwards, yeah. He does have reach, too. He's so tall. Arms long. Jesse, no, that's mine. That's my bug. That's my big bird bug. Dinosaur. Okay, number 7. This one is a little bit less of a don't steal from him. And this is a real crapshoot. You are bug comrade. Shaking hands. This one is a true 50-50 about what's going to happen to you if you do attempt to steal from him. Loki. I don't think you could get away with it. I don't think you could steal something and have him not notice. He does seem like the type that would just kind of notice. He has a lot of, like, self-awareness about, like, him. So I don't think that you could, like, successfully steal from him. But, like, if you did manage to, like, pick his pocket, there's a straight 50-50 shot about whether he would do something terrible to you about it, or if he would respect your guts for trying. So, like, you could maybe walk away from the situation. I think, and be fine. I don't think you would immediately be met with death or a removal of your kneecaps like the previous 3. So that's why he's right here. I think if you got away with it, he'd be more impressed than anything. I should have gotten the I'm impressed gif. Shit from Thor the Dark World. It's fine. No, I think he'd respect you for trying. Maybe. Depends on what you're trying to take from him. All right, number 6. We've now hit guys that I think that you can probably steal from. I think you can probably steal from this guy. But again, it's a 50-50 about how it's going to go for you. And that's V Devil May Cry. He can't do much if you steal from him and kind of get out of range. However, even if he doesn't notice, there's a non-zero chance that Griffin is going to notice, or he's going to send Shadow or Nightmare after you, and that would not go great. I do think you could pick his pocket. But if Griffin notices, that's probably not... Well, it kind of depends on how Griffin's feeling. I think Griffin would let that happen just to make V's day worse. That's also true. What does he have? The clothes he's wearing in Devil May Cry 5, he stole. He didn't even take underwear. He can't even eat a hamburger correctly. He don't really have stuff to take. A lot of red orbs. A lot of rorbs. What? He doesn't have much. He doesn't have much. But I think you could steal from him. So number 5, slightly more stealable from, because I think it's funnier if he is Astarion. Astarion has low perception in my heart. And I think it'd be really, really funny if it's slightly easier to steal from him. I love my incompetent king. I think you could steal from Astarion and it would take a long time before he'd notice. I think it would be a long time before he noticed anything was gone. So I think you could get away with it. He can't even find a button on the wall. Would be so easy to steal from him. Exactly. Yeah, get him to steal party, transfer all the items. He has nothing anymore. My rogue could at least... Astarion is only partially competent. He's only in my party because of his not winning personality, God no, but it's because I have no other rogues, because Tavor is not a rogue. She can't pick locks. She's not good at it. Oh, hi, Edison. Hey, Eddie, Mom is having a conversation right now. My long meerkat of a boy. Can you go sit? Can you go sit before you break my USBs? By just rubbing all up on my stuff? There you go. Go to your spot. Yeah, go to the spot, handsome boy. Oh, 1 second. The pat thing isn't working. 1 sec. Oh, 1 second. Let me fix that. I could derail this entire... That's fair. That is so fair. I don't know if I thought ahead making that the question of the day. Okay, 1 second. Let me redeem the head pats. It'll say my name, but we will get the head pats going. There you go.
Sumire Hanaki is giving my mom a minute of head pats. Me next.
Okay. But yes, I do think it'd be really, really funny if you could steal from Astarion, like really easily. I think that would be so funny. And that's the only reason he's this high up, because it's funny to me. And that's so important. Okay, number 4. A guy I think you could very easily steal from. Victor. Look, his legs don't work. His lungs don't work. If you can swipe something off of him, there's nothing he can do. Good thing your friends are also respectful and wouldn't ruin your stream with awful cursed FO thoughts, yeah? Yeah, you can outrun him. Absolutely. But, like, he also doesn't have much. He's a poor kid from the Undercity who, like, denies himself common creature comforts. Jesse, shut the hell up. I have a headcanon that he doesn't sweeten his coffee because, like, he hates the normal taste of coffee, but, like, it's faster to just have plain coffee and it doesn't dilute the caffeine, so it's more efficient for him to drink black coffee, even though he hates it. He won't even give himself the creature comfort of putting cream in his coffee. Why would you steal from him? You could get away with it, but why would you do that? He doesn't have anything. Okay. Third, most easy to steal from. Boy, Copia. This man is a pushover. I think you could convince him to give you something. He's also just generally unobservant to me. To me, this man doesn't pay attention to shit. So you could take shit from him pretty easily. You could steal from this old man. No problemo, I think. Number 2, Gale. Gale is smart, but also does have a little bit of the energy of you could spill soup on his lap and he'd apologize to you. So I think he'd be very easy to trick. Steals Copia's lava lamp and SNES, leaving him also destitute. Gale also sometimes cannot find a button on a wall in Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I think you could steal from Gale. I think you could steal from Gale. I don't think it would even be that hard. And I also think it would be a long time before he notices because he's thinking about other stuff and not paying attention. You could steal from this man. And the number one most stealable from boyo that I have. I think Astarion has stolen from Gale numerous times. Absolutely. Astarion every night steals one book from Gale's tent and moves it into his tent and is waiting for Gale to notice. There is a stack of books inside Astarion's tent and he's just waiting for Gale to notice. It is a constant prank that he does. Every night when Gale is making the food for camp, he steals another book. Gale has yet to notice. It's been 3 months. Yeah, who knows when he'll notice. Gale was a hoarder before his condition happened. That's true. He's got a library there and still, nope. Just a pile of books that Astarion will never read. I think because, you know, at camp, how Astarion is, like, always reading a little book. I think he starts reading Gale's books out in the open, waiting for Gale to notice that he has stolen a book, and he still doesn't notice. He still doesn't notice. And if he does notice, it would just be like, oh, Astarion, I didn't know you also had a copy of that book. Would never even cross his mind that it's his book. Anyway. Number 1, most stealable from man. If you have process of elimination, you know, it's John. This man is so easy to manipulate and trick. He's not like, pour soup on my lap and apologize to you. Because he would find that very rude and get very offended if you did that to him. But he is so easy to manipulate and trick. He would fall for a what's that over there type thing. And you would be able to grab something from him. I think you could easily convince him to give you anything of his if you have a even barely passable argument. John will give you something. And again, easy to distract, so you could just swipe something off him if you really didn't want to talk to him. Yep. Okay. That is that category. Done. Next, an important category. How well do they get along with my son? My little bababooey, Edison. For those of you who do not know, for some reason, this is my son. My perfect son. He is so cute. He is so sweet. He is getting a Feed My Son redeem. Thank you for the penny steal list. Yep, you're welcome, Bean. Do with that information what you will. Everybody look at my son while I feed him a Treato. Here you go. Good boy. Say thank you. Good boy. So yes, this is my son, Edison. He is perfect. He is rotund. He is so sweet. And also, he is so fucking dumb.
Princess Jessie vtuber is bonking my mama with a hammer for 60
Why are you
whole
bonking
seconds.
me?
I wonder what she did.
Why are you bonking me? What have I done? But yeah, my boy's stupid. My boy's so stupid. And he's also so afraid of most people who aren't me. Like, we have lived in this house for over a year now, and he still doesn't fully trust my dad and my stepmom. He like hides from them all the time. He hissed at my dad the other day because he came home before I did and went to let him out of his little room that we put him in when nobody's home, and he was expecting to see me, and so when he saw my dad, he got upset and hissed at my father. He did like pawn pretty well. It took him a minute, but overall, and also like you could bribe him with treats and stuff. But this list is both how much they like Edison, and also how much Eddie, I think, could trust him in the future. Like how long would it take Edison to warm up to this man? Number 10, down at the bottom of this, not because he doesn't like Edison, it's because his energy is entirely incorrect for Edison to ever like him. It's John, unfortunately. John wants Edison to love him so much, but his energy is so high that Eddie will never trust him. Exactly, too high energy. Eddie's so afraid of John. He moves too fast. He's too gangly. Nope. Eddie's scared of this man. Cannot do it. Cannot do it. Very, very similar. Number 9, Silas. Silas likes cats. We know this to be true. I think he's fairly neutral to Edison. I do think he would buy a lot of things for Edison. I think he would add have a room in like the N109 zone house, just be a little cat room for Edison to exist in, but his general aura is very intimidating, and he's really, really big. Silas is like 6'5", 6'6", and like built like a brick shit house. I do not think Eddie could ever fully trust Silas. It would take a really long time, but I think they could maybe get to a point where Edison could exist in the same room as Silas if he's like doing the paperwork he talks about, or like sitting and listening to his records, or like polishing his guns, or like deconstructing his guns like he likes to do. But like the second that Silas moves just like a little bit too fast in that situation, he's gone. He's gone out of the room. He would be secretly so upset about Eddie not liking him. He would take it insanely personally. And he would absolutely try to buy Edison's love. That cat room's gonna be beautiful, my son. That cat room's gonna be decked out to shit. This man's so rich, and he's gonna use some of that money to spoil my cat. Number 8. I actually had issues with like the middle of this list kind of positioning people, but I think 8 is Loki. I think Loki likes Edison fine. I think he maybe pokes fun at how fat he is, but that's fine. I do that too. He does want Edison's approval because he wants everyone's approval at all times. Stop booing at him! But like he wants Edison's approval really badly, right? But the general mischief in his soul would make it so that, like, if Eddie is having a moment of peace, he is not going to be able to resist the urge to, like, bother the shit out of him. And I do that to Edison sometimes, but I feel like Eddie would not be able to rest if Loki was around. And I don't think Eddie would like that. I think that they would eventually get to, like, a middle ground, but too often, like, the demons would possess Loki and he'd have to just, like, fuck with his little toe beans, and Edison would hate that. So they would get along, but it would take a minute. Yeah, dude, absolutely annoying the shit out of that animal. Okay, number 7. Again, I just was having issues with this one. These ones are, like, ones that, like, Edison could become friends with at some point. I'm gonna say Copia next. We know Copia likes animals. He likes rats mostly, but he has like a natural nervous energy about him when he's like not performing on stage that I think Edison would pick up on, and it would stress him out for a long time. Edison's a very sensitive boy. I do think it would not take very long for like them to get used to each other, and Eddie would like him eventually though. Copia also, in my heart, is very food motivated, so he would be able to bribe Edison with food. Absolutely. Number 6, again, because we know in canon he likes cats, is Astarion, actually. Astarion canonically really likes cats. Every time you talk to a cat, you get, like, approval for Astarion. He loves a cat because he is a cat made into a person. So he just likes other cats. Edison would not trust this man for months, though. I think he would have just, like, that animal instinct to not trust a vampire. And it would take a long time, but I think Astarion would be one of the first to figure out how food motivated Edison is and start to immediately bribe the fuck out of him. And I think that's the fastest way to get Eddie to like you, is just get him food. My fat cat would gain so much weight because Astarion on Cunin is feeding him cheese to win his affection. And it would work eventually. How many ham scraps? I think it would take like a solid month of sneaking him like actual food leftovers. But then they'd be cool. All right, number 5. We're getting into good relationship territory now, I think. Number 5, Garrus. Garrus, I think, is neither a cat person or not a cat person. I think he is fairly neutral to animals, to me. No matter how many times Tavora tells Astarion not to, that boy keeps gaining weight. Absolutely. He's not listening. He's winning at the game of pet affection. Gare Bear has cat allergy energy. I could see him maybe having an allergy. He would put up with it, though, if he did. But, like, the reason why he's here, even though I think he is neutral to cats, is because I think it's really, really funny if this is the one Edison likes without him even trying. Edison does love a bird. Edison loves a bird. And I really think that he would see Garrus pick up on the bird aspects of him and start like ekking at him, which he will do. If he sees a bird, he will do that noise. And I think Garrus would find that incredibly endearing once someone told him what that is, what that's about. Oh my god, put him in that big collar. Put him in that big collar, like a little scorf. That'd be so cute. One thing that puts him a little bit lower, though, is like, I think Edison would love him, but I don't think they could really cuddle. It might be a cat allergy. It might just be like the general like vibe of Garrus, but I just don't think they cuddle a lot, and that's really sad because Eddie's like a big snuggler. He's a snuggly boy. So he's down just a little bit lower. Okay, number 4. And this is purely just based on his vibes. Victor. Victor has really chill energy. He has an overall calm demeanor that I think Eddie would absolutely vibe with. However, I do think that Victor would be a little bit bothered by Edison and his tendency to nose around places that he shouldn't be in. This man handles delicate, borderline explosive materials. And my dumb fuck-ass cat should not be anywhere near those. And I think it would stress Victor out a little bit if Edison, like, got into the Hex Tech lab. He would try and touch a gem. He'd try to bap one with his paws. And that would actually kill people. So, I think it would stress him out if Eddie ever got loose in a lab. But I think in, like, a home environment, they'd get along great. Everything would be so chill and normal. Everything would be great. All right. Yeah, Victor has a sign on the door that said, don't let Edison in no matter how much he begs. Yeah, don't let him around Hextech. Okay, number 3. A lot of these are now just people who have cats. V. V has a similar energy to Victor and also already has a cat. Shadow's a cat. A big cat, but Shadow's a cat. And I think they get along. In my heart, Shadow and Eddie are friends. Yes, let Eddie and Shadow play. Eddie would chase Griffin, and I think that Griffin would let it happen. I think the Griffin would think it's really, really funny. And I think that V would be very amused by his big demon bird being chased by a 20-pound cat. I just think that'd be really cute. Shadow is afraid of Eddie. I would love that, actually. That'd be so cute. That would be so cute. But yeah, he comes pre-built with animal friends for Eddie, and Edison wants animal friends so bad. He's not a big fan of dogs, but he does love other cats. He came from a cat cafe and got along with everybody there, and if he ever sees like cats outside, he craves their love and attention. So I think that would work out. He'd have friends. Okay, number 2, and I feel like this just makes sense on its face. It's Gale! Tara! He already has a cat! However, I don't think Tara would like Eddie. I think Tara would be upset that Eddie could not carry on any type of good conversation. I don't think Tara would like my fat cat. But Gale loves him. Gale loves him. Gale loves Edison so much. Gale loves Edison so much. Gale magics little things for Edison to play with all the time. Tara would have words for Eddie's decorum. Absolutely. Absolutely. She would complain to Gale about Eddie every second of every day. She would be so pissed. But Gale would love Edison, and that would be so cute and important to me. And number 1, it makes the most sense so this category was given to me by Finn, and Finn put this in the actual recommendation. Number 1 is Connor. Connor just has such good energy. The goodest boy in the world. We know he loves dogs. Of course he'd love cats. And he would play with Eddie, and he would be able to pick him up no problem, and he would just have a great time. And Eddie would love him immediately. Connor has such good energy. Connor has amazing energy, and Eddie would love him so much. And Connor would be very conscientious about giving him treats and not like overfeed him, and would play with him all the time. He'd be so great. Mr. Decarios, please tell that animal to stop rolling on his side like a sausage for the smallest of treats. It is humiliating, and I cannot be associated with the behavior. Yes, absolutely. Hello, Rune, why you bonk me? Okay, that is the Eddie part. So now, next category. Oh my god, Connor's gonna whip you into shape, bud. Connor's gonna whip you into shape, and you're gonna hate that, but you'll love him, so it'll work out. All right, next category. Who can I not leave unsupervised? I've already been bonked with a hammer once, Rune. You can't do that. I think Eddie likes Connor because he hums slightly like the TV. God, okay. Who amongst these boys can I not leave unsupervised? If I leave these men alone for like a day, is anything bad gonna happen? Is the impulsivity demons gonna just grab them? And are they gonna do something bad? And how bad is the thing they're gonna do if I leave them unsupervised? So, starting number 10. A man I can leave unsupervised any day of the week. It's never gonna be a problem. Once again, truly the goodest boy in the world is Connor. Connor's fine. Connor's fine. Connor's fine. Gee, I wonder who's gonna be at the top of the list. Shut up, you don't know. We're not there yet. But Connor's gonna be fine. The impulse control? He's a robot. I can leave him alone. He'll clean my house. Connor's fine. He's so good. Even like deviant Connor's starting to like get the emotions of a person. He's a by the books little guy. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be so normal. He's gonna be totally good. Number 9. Silas can also be left unsupervised. He was left unsupervised for like 1,000 years and he made a criminal empire. He's fine. He has insane impulse control. We know that to be true. He does have like a little bit of a tendency to just like get an idea and like buy a boat or like a house. But like if he does get some weird wild hair to buy 12,000 guns and store and a facility to store the 12,000 guns in, it's not bad impulse. He's not going to do anything like super fucked up. He's not going to do anything super fucked up. Probably. He's fine. I can leave him unsupervised and he's usually like, he's got the twins. The twins can't stop him from doing anything, but like he's never entirely unsupervised. Mephisto will do something. The robot bird will do something. Anyway, number 8, Garrus. Garrus is fine. Garrus is fine. Garrus is like really even keel as a person. The only reason that he is above Connor and Silas is because in Mass Effect 2, he was left unsupervised and became the most wanted man on a planet full of wanted men. So, like, we know he has it in him to do some fuck shit, if not supervised correctly. But I think that was truly like a one-off situation wherein he became Archangel. I think that was like very specific situations had to happen for him to become the vigilante. And like, yeah, his personal mission is about him doing some crazy vengeance stuff, but he was supervised for that. We let him do that. Yeah, he just had a little midlife crisis after thinking that Shepard died, okay? So as long as that doesn't happen, he's fine. He's normal, can be left unsupervised, will probably just watch TV and or build some guns, and he'll be normal. Number 7. We are leading a little bit more into I cannot leave them unsupervised, but still pretty okay. V Devil May Cry is fairly disciplined overall, but that is mostly because like the only content. Oh, something just happened. Hello? Okay, we good? We cool? Am I still here? My computer made a noise at me. We good? Okay, cool. My headphones just disconnected and reconnected and I felt fear. Okay, so, yes. There was a moment. All right. So, V is fairly disciplined, I think. That could be because he only lives for like 45 days and has a goal the whole time, but he's pretty like eyes on the prize type of a guy. He does a lot of slightly impulsive things in the Visions of V manga, but that is mostly to like keep himself fed and like not die. He is doing what he needs to survive for the most part. But also I feel like Griffin has bad impulse control, and Griffin I think could convince him to do something. So like if I left him unsupervised and Griffin thought something would be really funny and stupid, then it might happen, but it's like a really low chance. It's a really low chance that he's going to do something stupid if I leave him alone for a while. But you never know. And Griffin might go do something stupid even without V's approval. So you never know. All right, number 6. We're still a pretty okay boys. Victor. Victor's stubbornness will keep him in check. And also, I feel like the man can just sit and work on things for hours and like not even notice that I'm gone. So I think he would be okay. I think I could leave him alone, and the worst thing that would happen is he wouldn't sleep or feed himself. I think that he would not do anything impulsive or bad. What's he gonna do? Become soup? What's he gonna do? Become soup twice? he's the worst thing that's gonna happen with Victor is that he's gonna get an idea and he's gonna stop at nothing to execute on that idea and also not take care of himself. While he tries to execute on that idea, he might create something very regrettable. He truly suffers from the hubris of a scientist. But like it's not like impulsive. But if I leave him alone for too long, he might make a world-ending device. He really might. And also he wouldn't eat. He would just like drink sweet milk for 3 days and you need protein, baby boy, your skin and bones. Starting a cult was an accident. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. And it's not because you're not there. He might just do that anyway. True. He might just do that anyway. Okay, number 5. Gale can be left unsupervised, I think. Especially like maybe not before the Netherese orb got implanted in him. But like post orbing, I think he's learned a little bit of a lesson about impulsively going and doing things. However, he does suffer from wizard hubris. He does constantly suffer from wizard hubris. So I think if left alone with no one to tell him that his idea to go climb a mountain and get an artifact is a fucking bad one, Gale your knees, Mr. Decarios. I think if you leave him unsupervised and there's no one to tell him no, he could go do some stupid wizard shit. He would go do some stupid wizard shit if left alone for long enough. I think he could do something dumb. He could do something really, really dumb. Number 4. Copia had enough discipline to run a whole demon church for a long time, but also constantly does some of the fucking stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. This man says things without a thought, and I think if left alone for too long, I don't think he'd get up to like too much trouble, but he'd post a video on the internet that'd be insanely embarrassing. That he would not immediately know how to delete. And then when his girlfriend comes home, he'd have to have her do it. Pre-game is so much worse. Post-game, yeah, Gale's gonna get himself, not gonna get himself killed. But like, Copia is gonna do something stupid. The impulsivity demons are gonna possess this old man. And it's not gonna go great. It's gonna be stupid. All right, number 3. Is he really this low? Did I fuck this up? Wait. No, I still think I'm correct. You guys are gonna be surprised he's down this low. Loki cannot be left unsupervised most of the time. He will do something if he gets bored, and he has a lot of power that makes his impulsivity very dangerous. He is the god of mischief, and he will do mischief. But for the most part, he's pretty okay. He does have, the raisings of a prince, so I think that he can, like, kind of control himself a little bit. But there is a non-zero chance that people might end up dead if he gets too bored. You have to give him enrichment in his enclosure if you're gonna leave him alone. Yeah, he can choose to not kill people, but meh. We're going MCU Loki whenever I'm talking about him. But I think you can leave him alone for a little bit. He might get up to some schemes. If he gets bored for like 2 seconds, he might start scheming, and that's never good for anybody. But I think he can control himself sometimes. All right, number 2. Astarion, do not leave this vampire unsupervised, babes. Do not do it. He will get bored within 2 seconds, and he will do the first stupid thing that comes to his stupid little brain. And also, he cannot plan for shit. This is not a plan guy, so he will do something so dumb with no backup plan. Pon is right. He has depression and dumb ideas. And no impulse control. You cannot leave him unsupervised. You must attach him to his Tavora Chiron at all times, or he's going to jail. He's gonna do something that puts him in jail. Truly. You can't leave him alone. He has plans, he just only has the one, and if something goes... Even if you ask him about his one plan about Cazador, he has like question mark steps where you ask him like, okay, what's your plan for like after we get to Cazador? And he's like, I don't know. My man, you've had weeks to think of like what we're gonna do here. I don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah, step 1, find the boy. And then we roll from there. Like, he is not a plan guy, and I love that about him, because he could so easily have been written to be like the planning, scheming, like conniving little rogue. But no. He can't make a plan for shit. Nope. You can't do it. Don't leave him alone. It'll end bad. And the worst man to leave unsupervised, John. He has the impulse control of an infant. He started taking selfies at Lucius Fox's funeral and made loud jokes to the congregation. You leave him unsupervised when he gets out of Arkham and he joins a gang. If properly unsupervised, this man becomes the Joker. You cannot leave John unsupervised. People really die if you leave John unsupervised. He becomes the Joker. You can't leave John alone. You can't do it. He's your man's. That's on you. I know. I will take responsibility of this frenetic little guy. But you can't leave him unsupervised. He must always have entertainment. He is not allowed to have a thought. He doesn't have thoughts usually. He cannot have any. All right. Next category. So, an important rule of Club Hana is you always commit to a bit. And I need a guy who will see that I'm doing a silly little bit, a silly little ha-ha, and will join in on that fun, and yes, and me. So who is most likely to get in on my stupid little shenanigans? Who is going to do that for me? Number 10. This was a Jess recommendation. Yes, this was a Jess topic. Absolutely. Number 10 is actually going to be Connor. Connor is not going to get it really fast, I don't think. He's pretty high up on the not realizing that I'm doing a silly little joke. And he just might not... Robot might not get, like, the nuance of the silly joke that I'm trying to do. If he gets it, he will try to continue it, but it might be a little awkward. He truly doesn't have, like, a sense of humor. He doesn't really tell jokes. He's not a jokey little guy. He's just a nice little man. He's just a sweet little guy. So he's not getting in on the bit. He's watching from a distance. But he's not stopping me. And that's the most important thing. Number 9. I feel like I swapped this one around a lot, this category around a lot. And this might be a little bit low, But Garrus is also just like an it depends, and I think that just might be a cultural divide thing that I'm thinking in my brain. Like, is the Turian gonna get my human jokes? Is he gonna understand? But yeah, he has like sarcasm. If he does get that I'm doing a bit, I do think he will try and go along with it, like totally straight-faced, but he's not adding to my bit. He's not truly getting deep in on the bit. He is also just kind of watching it happen and not stopping me. You got to make a 20-page slideshow for Connor to recognize and add the... Yep. Number 8. Again, because he just really doesn't have a huge sense of humor. V. V's a pretty straight-laced dude. And his sense of humor is a sense of humor that no one else understands. Sometimes not even me. So, like, if he understands that I'm trying to do something silly, he's, like, being really dry about it, exactly, Pawn. Or he's making jokes that make sense to nobody because he's referencing 1800s literature. Like, he's trying. He would try, I think, but it's, like, not landing. But he's not stopping me. Number 7, and this is because of things that we see in-game that make this true. Silas. Silas starts his own bits and traps MC in them and will not let her leave the bit. Silas will see a bit and will continue a bit really straight-faced, but the thing with Silas, he might take a bit too far just to see what'll happen. He'll deal with the ramifications of all that, but it's a little bit scary. He might go too far. Like, not in a dangerous way. He'd never, like, put a person in, well, intentionally put a person in danger, but he sees a bit, he gets a bit, he continues a bit, but then he goes too far and doesn't stop, and you're not allowed to leave because he's having fun with it. Like, it could go bad. It could go bad. See, it is good to commit and see it through, I agree, but sometimes you gotta know when to stop, and Silas is big enough and powerful enough and, like, charismatic enough that he would take it too far and doesn't know when to pull the ripcord, and that can be bad sometimes. So that's why he's down here. That's why he's down here. Next up, Copia. Copia will see a bit and will contribute to the bit with his own little parts of it. But there is a minor chance that he will not get it. Good night, Bean. It's late. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out for so long. But, like, the reason why Copia is down this low, because, like, he does joke. He does have humor about him, and he does like a bit. He will commit to a bit. We did see his SNL audition tape where he just kept making jokes. Like, he can do it. However, there's a non-zero chance that he says something completely nonsensical that, like, crushes the bit to smithereens. He's gonna say something really weird, most likely, and it's gonna kind of deflate the whole thing. But he's at least trying. And it's not, like, dangerous. I don't think. That old man can't do anything too dangerous. Number 5. Gale. Probably is gonna get what I'm gonna try to do here. But, like, kind of like Copia, straight 50-50 on his ability to contribute and continue the bit without fumbling it horribly and making it really awkward. You feel me? I think Gale would get it, but, like, there's a chance he pulls, like, a V and makes a joke no one understands, and that just doesn't work. Number 4. I think this guy also probably... Yeah, too many literature jokes in that boy. Too many. Okay, number 4. He's down this low for one reason and one reason only. John. John sees a bit, understands a bit, will continue it, but will continue it way too far. And in a way that is entirely unpredictable. And it's not a Silas situation where Silas can get you out of most situations pretty okay. John is built like a beanpole. if anything bad happens, that's it. If he makes somebody angry, he's getting knocked the fuck out. His ability to continue a bit is pretty, like, unsurpassable, and he's gonna do pretty good with it, but he's gonna take something too far. Because he takes everything too far. He takes every conversation too far. And it's gonna end up with somebody dead. It's not gonna go good. Number 3 is Victor. Surprisingly. Victor is a smart guy, very perceptive, understands people fantastically well, will yes and any bit with a straight face. And I think the thing about it is that he is going to commit to a bit so wholeheartedly and so straight-faced that it might be like, wait, is this a joke? Is this a joke? But I think he could do it. I think he could carry a bit, like, in perpetuity, not cross a line on it, and just be, like, so straight-faced about it that people don't even understand that a bit is going on. I think he could do it. I believe in him. I believe in him. Number 2, Astarion. Astarion will yes and anything at any opportunity. And I think he could be pretty convincing about it. I think he could do a pretty good job. It really depends on if somebody really goes for his charisma, but he does live for a bit. Astarion Ancunin lives for the bit. He'll see anything, like, oh my god, God forbid the bit is a prank. He's gonna do it. He's gonna be here for it. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Astarion's on it. All right. And number 1, everybody guessed this. Loki! God of Mischief? God of Mischief? Of course he's in on the bit. He will allow all of my worst impulses, and that's why we're married. Absolutely. Absolutely. He gets it. God of Mischief. God of Mischief. He's doing it. All right, K. We are now at section 2 of 3. And I do need to take just another little break to go refill my water. But section 2 is all about movie-related topics. We only have 3 in this section. Section 1 is the longest section. So we're going to have a little movie-related selection of thoughts after the break. And then we have one last thing too. Oh, no worries, Oz. Good night. I will talk to you tomorrow. Sleep well. Bye-bye. But everybody else, go get yourself a snack if you haven't already. Go refill your water like I'm going to do. Take your pills if you need to. And I'll be back here in 5 minutes. And we are going to start with the topic. Which of these guys understands movies like Fight Club? Who understands how Fight Club works and what they're trying to say? And we will get that answered in 5 minutes. See you guys in a minute. Welcome back. Hello. Sorry, 1 second. Got myself some Oreos. We're keeping blood sugar up, baby. Sorry, 1 second, 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to eat a cookie. Trying to eat this cookie. And also read messages I have. Okay. Okay. There's a conversation happening in my friend group chat right now. But it's going to be really, really funny very, very soon. So, first of our movie-related section of my boyos, who understands movies like Fight Club? I think everybody knows at least one person who sees a movie like Taxi Driver or Fight Club and that has like a critique on society or a certain like subset of people or culture, and their main takeaway is that guy was really cool, when that is not the guy that you should that you should think is really cool, you know? Every Fallout fan, you know. Who understands what the Fallout games are trying to say? And which of these boys don't just think Tyler Durden's really cool and aspirational? So number 10, the boy who doesn't get it. Pretty much the only boy who doesn't 100% get it, John. John thinks Tyler Durden is so cool and aspirational. He thought that the romance with Marla Singer was fine and cute, even. And thought it was really, really neat when they blew up those buildings at the end of Fight Club. Nuance is lost on John Doe. He will never get it. He will never get it. Number 9 is a Starion on Cunine. And it's not that he doesn't get it. I just think he's the type to not think deeply about, like, the messaging of a narrative. You know? So, like, it's not that he doesn't get it. He just, like, watches a film, it washes over him, and he goes, okay, and never thinks about it again. He does not have the power of introspection or, like... and he doesn't want it. He doesn't want to think about it. He just watches a thing, that's a thing that he watched, and that's it. He also lives in a medieval fantasy game. We're talking about, like, in a situation wherein he knows and watches movies. Because most of these people come from places you cannot watch a movie. But, like, he does not think deeply about art in any way, to me. He does not think about it in any way. Number 8, and again, he gets it. But Silas, I think that he will watch a movie with a message. God damn it, Jess. I think he will watch a movie with a message and think nothing of it for the rest of forever. Like, it something can, like, resonate with him, but, like, that's kind of a few and far between type situation. He just watches movies for entertainment and then, like, does not think deeper about it. And also, like, specifically the Fight Club type movies, like Scarface, Taxi Driver, like, things where it's like a character study of a really fucked up dude who you should not aspire to be. I think that he finds those people insufferable, and he doesn't like those movies. and he doesn't like think deeper about like why they're such a central character to the story or the main character of the story. He just like, I don't like these movies because I fucking hate this guy. I would like to not watch it, please. And that's all the thought that he does. Number 7, Loki Laufeyson is not a movie guy to me. He likes to read. He does pick up on things really well if he like pays attention. But it's the paying attention, isn't it? It's the getting him to sit down and watch a movie without snarking all the way through it the entire time and like actually understanding it. I think he's a little insufferable to watch a movie with, but that's okay, baby. So am I. That's why we're married. We can be insufferable together. But yeah, he's relatively indifferent. Doesn't really think about it. Number 6, Garrus. Garrus gets it, but Garrus, to me, does not like any thought-provoking movies. His life is hard enough, as is. Just if he wants to watch a movie, he wants it to be something a little more light. Don't make him watch violent movies. He's been through enough. He likes movies that are 3 hours long where nothing fun happens. Oh my god. He would be a little art housey, but I don't think he wants a violent character study like a Fight Club or a Taxi Driver. I just think if he is taking the time to sit and watch a movie, he wants something that is totally like, you don't have to think too hard about it, and then he can just kind of walk away from it. His life is hard enough. If he's watching a movie, he just wants to have a good time. And these movies aren't a good time for him. He'd get it, but he'd rather not, you know? Number 5, my movie buff man, Copia. Copia watches lots of movies. Copia really likes movies. We know this to be true. This is like actual, like, this isn't even me, like, extrapolating from things. He quotes movies all the time. He really likes film. He like genuinely does. And he like has thoughts and opinions on them a lot. He's down this low though because I think a lot of his thoughts and opinions are just wrong. I think he does have thoughts, but they're dumb ones. They are very incorrect. So, like, he watches a movie like Fight Club, and I think he comes away with all the wrong things. I think he doesn't think that Tyler Durden's a really cool guy, and that's really all I can hope for, but he comes away with some crazy take that is out of absolutely nowhere. He watches a lot of movies, but God, he's so dumb. Number 4 is actually Connor. Connor gets it. Connor understands what Fight Club and Taxi Driver and things like that are trying to say. However, he is going to have like 3 million follow-up questions about what was trying to be conveyed, because though he does have the internet in his brain at all times, he would search the internet for what other people are saying and their thoughts, and he would get wildly contradicting information from the people who are like, no, this guy's cool. Tyler Durden's great. And I think he would want to speak with a trusted person about, like, what they think. And I also think he would just, like to talk about it. Analysis is in his programming. I think he would enjoy talking about it. But I think he'd get a lot of contradicting information from the internet in his brain. So it would take a second for him to fully land on something. But he'd get there. Number 3 is Victor. I think actually maybe Victor should be under Connor in retrospect. But like Victor's smart. Victor's smart with people. He doesn't like people a whole lot. A lot of the time, he's a little bit introverted, but like he gets people. And I think he would get it. He really would. I do also though think it's really, really hard to get Victor to watch a movie. His brain is thinking about things a million miles a minute every second of the day. So like getting him to sit down and like watch a movie enough for him to have fully formed thoughts about it, I think would be hard. I think that would be very difficult. But also this man is the most likely to talk about film language with me, my favorite activity. He would get film language so well. He'd do great. You just have to get him to sit down and watch a movie, and that's half the battle. Number two, second best at understanding Fight Club, Gale. Gale loves to think about things. Gale loves to talk about his thoughts about those things. I could sit and have a really long conversation with Gale Decarios about the meaning of Fight Club, and I think it would be a good conversation. I think he could do it. I think he'd get it. Absolutely. Gale would be great. Gale would have a wonderful conversation about it. Gale will do wonderfully. And number one, my media literacy king. It's gonna be V. Thinking about it, maybe it's not V, but right now it's V. This is my media literacy king to me. I think he picks up on the nuance really, really well. Thank you, Pon. I think I did good then. But no, this is my media literacy king. He picks up on the nuance, picks up on all the things about it. It has some real deep thoughts about Fight Club. And then like contextualizes it in like the environment of the 90s and like what the social climate was at the time and stuff like that. Like he gets that deep in the paint about it and like would have really good thoughts and really good talks about it. And that's honestly amazing for me personally, because I love to do that kind of thing. Okay, 1 second. I need a cough drop. All right. Okay. The second category of movie-related things, I believe this was a Jess recommendation. Who's crying when Bambi's mom dies? Who sees that deer die and has a bad time? Who has a really bad time about it? Number 10, once again, just because I think that there's like a gap between human and robot, it's Connor. I just don't think he has the capacity with which to cry. I think he can simulate crying, but I think he would understand that it's sad, but he's not crying. He's not shedding tears to me. He might because he's supposed to. Yeah, he's not getting it. He's not deeply affected like some of the boys on this list are going to be. Number 9 is Garrus. Garrus, again, I think it might be a cultural thing. I don't even know if Turians can cry. I don't think their eyes are built for that. So, like, I don't think it's happening with Garrus. I do think he'll understand that it's sad. He might get, maybe, a little indignant about why those hunters are out there. Do they have a license? They should have a license for that. They fucking better. But, like, the level of sadness he's feeling is kind of just like an, oh. Like, he's not, it's not fucking him up. It's not ruining his day or anything like that. Number 8, also not crying, Silas. He's so stoic. He's not doing it. He's absolutely not. Like, honestly, if they ever gave us a card in Love and Deep Space when Silas cries, I think that would break me, like, emotionally, because he's, like, so put together. I don't think he's crying. He's also, like, thousands of years old. I think he already knew Bambi's mom was gonna die and was, like, prepared for it. I don't think he's crying. No tears from this man. No tears. The leader of Oni Kindness cannot cry. Unless they put it in a card at some point. All right, number 7. Maybe crying a little bit. V. He might tear up. I don't think he's shedding any tears about it, but he will have like really deep thoughts and conversations about the fleetingness of life, though. I think he'd get really introspective about it, but I don't know if he's like actually doing some tears about it. He does have mommy issues, that's true. Not in that way. Not in that way. So maybe he'll be a little bit more fucked up about it. I still don't think he's gonna cry. He doesn't strike me as a crier. So like I think he's gonna be in his head about it and have some feelings about it, but I don't think he's crying. I don't think he's crying, this guy. Number 6, Victor. Also having a lot of feelings about it, but he's more introspective. He does not strike me as a crier. And if anybody says he does cry in Arcane, that was one time and a situation wherein a really bad thing happened that was 100% his fault. He was allowed to crash the fuck out and cry on that one. I don't think a movie is going to cross that precipice for him. I do think he is sad. And he's thinking about it. But he is not shedding any tears. Okay, number 5. We are hitting the ones that are actually going to shed a few tears about it. Loki. Loki's going to shed tears about it, and he's going to hide it. He's going to pretend that he didn't, and he's going to make jokes about how can anybody find this sad, and like change the subject to talk about like hunting culture on Asgard. But that's a mama's boy right there. That's a mama's boy right there, and he has the capacity to cry. We've seen him cry. The last time we saw him in the MCU, he was crying. So yeah, no, this guy shedding a couple of tears and pretending he didn't. He would also cry about Littlefoot's mom. No, he'd hold himself together a little bit more. He thinks about... He cares too much about his outward perception, like how people see him. But he's still a mama's boy. That's a mama's boy right there. He would think about it for the rest of the day. It would maybe ruin his day a little bit. Actually, now I think about it. But he's at least shedding a couple of tears about it. Number 4. Astarion. Like Loki, he's gonna hide the fact that he's crying behind jokes, but he's gonna do a really bad job. He is sniffling. He is doing a like a quivering lip situation, but he's gonna act like he's normal, and he's really not. He's not holding it together, that boyo. He ain't making it. So he is not crying as much as the next couple guys, but he's crying. He's crying, and he's pretending like he isn't. Number 3, Copia. Copia is openly crying and sniffling and getting tissues and is not trying to hide it. He is openly affected and he's not trying to hide it. Good for him. Good for him. It does kind of ruin his face paint, but he's not doing great. Number 2, a guy who's really not holding it together in any way. Sorry, Be Strong Queen, your makeup's gonna run. Very good. This guy's not holding it together. This guy's not holding it together at all. Gale. Gale is openly crying about Bambi's mom dying, and then like for a long time after. He is crying for a while after, longer than Copia. That's why he's above Copia. Gale's gonna get real. Yeah, certified mama's boy Gale. Absolutely. This guy loves his mom. It's just he's not holding it together. He's gonna be a little bit of a mess. Poor guy. And number 1, the one who is crying the most when Bambi's mom dies, John. Inconsolable. This ruins his day. It ruins his week. Fucks him up. He is in shambles. He cannot handle this. He's not good with it. Nope. He needs to call his therapist about this, actually. His court-appointed therapist. Oh, he'd want to murder some hunters, yeah. You're gonna have to make him a hot drink, get him a blankie. You're not finishing the movie. Bambi's mom dies like halfway through the movie. You're not finishing it. He's fucked up. It's not gonna go good for John. Poor guy. All right. One more category in the movie related thoughts category. And then we have one last section and that'll be it. Stream is going to go a little bit long, but that's fine. This is really, really funny because this wasn't recommended to me by anybody. But it's a question that has been brought up in our group chat before that I thought was a really good conversation piece. And when I went on my break, I looked in the group chat and I saw somebody said that they should have recommended this topic, but joke's on you, gang, it's already here. How do they react to the twist ending of Saw? So this isn't like a list of like least reaction to most reaction. This is just a general list of their thoughts about the twist ending of the movie Saw. Spoilers for Saw 2005? 2004? When did Saw come out? But how do these boys feel when that dead body that is John Kramer sits up? What are his thoughts? I'm so sad he can't. Yeah, Cerise said that in chat. I'll like clip this entire section and send it to just Cerise. Cerise's Twitch broke because this is a functional website. Yep. So, how do they feel about Saw? We're just going through the list. Starting with Loki. Loki stops paying attention to Saw right around when the cop plot starts, which is fairly early if I remember correctly. But when John Kramer sits up, he will act like he knew the whole time. His ass was not paying attention, but he knew the whole time. Saw just doesn't seem like his bag. But I think you could get him to sit down for the length of the movie Saw. It's like an hour and a half at most. Astarion also stopped paying attention. But he does, when John Kramer sits up from the pool of blood, he does go, oh shit, and like sits up and leans forward. He starts paying attention when the twist happens, basically. He was not invested the rest of the time. But he did think the twist was cool. And he did not see it coming, so good for him. Silas is also only half paying attention. But I do think that like at least you get like a raised eyebrow and an interesting out of him when John sits up. I think that's what you get. I also just think you get bored about the cop plot. I don't think he likes the cop plot in Saw, which is funny. He just might not like cops. V, he started reading his book about 20 minutes in. Really didn't watch for the rest of the time. Griffin, however, though, was seated on the couch, absolutely enraptured the whole time, and flips the fuck out. That bird is blown away by the twist in Saw. He thinks that's the coolest shit ever. He was sat. That bird loved his viewing experience of Saw. Had a great time with it. John also blown the fuck away. Absolutely amazed. Wow, he talks about that for days. Talks about it for days afterwards. 1,000,000%. Had a great time. Victor, also probably not paying attention. Like I said before, it's hard to get him to sit down and watch a movie. He has too much going on in his brain. I don't think he can just sit and watch a movie. But I do think that like if he wasn't paying attention and was like tinkering with something, I do think he would like get sucked in right around the time that like the Zepp reveals are starting to happen and like they're like starting to get out and stuff. And I do think he'd be like, oh wow, like he'd be pleasantly surprised that there was more substance to Saw than like a murder movie, because like a lot of people don't really remember that the first Saw is like pretty interesting, and and like doesn't even really show that much gore, I think Victor would be pleasantly surprised at the end of it, and then he would never think about it again and get back to work. Copia sat, invested, absolutely sold front to back, loved every second of Saw, and was blown away by the ending, had a real big reaction about it. He had a really good time watching Saw. Yeah, dude, the first Saw is nothing. The first Saw shows nothing. They only had $1 million for that movie. You don't see shit. You think you do? No, you don't. No, you don't. When was the last time you watched Saw? You don't see anything. Copia sat, loved it. Wonderful. Great time for him. Garrus was actually fairly passively invested. I think Garrus liked Saw and was fully prepared for both Adam and Dr. Gordon to die. I think the other guy's name is Adam. I know it's Dr. Gordon for sure, but he was like super ready for them both to just like die in the bathroom, and doesn't have a big like outward reaction to the twist ending of John Kramer being there the whole time. And like he was pleasantly surprised. He had a better time than he thought he would. Like I said before, I think he likes to watch kind of lighter movies. I don't think he's a big horror movie guy, but I think he was pleasantly surprised by Saw. Yeah. Dr. Lawrence Gordon, yeah, I remember. Gail figured out the twist about 30 minutes in, and then spent the rest of the movie talking himself out of him realizing the twist. And then he thought he was wrong. And he mentally was talking himself in and out of what he thought the ending was going to be the whole movie. And then when it finally happened, he was like, I was right! I was right! Like, he was so stoked. He was so stoked to be correct. He was so happy. Yeah, dude, he was like, oh, there's no way that, like, that dead body is, like, a real body. Like, he's been alive the whole time. Like, but he gets, like, a wild thought about it, like, half an hour in, and then talks himself out of it, and then back in, back out for, like, the rest of the movie. And then, like, fist pumps. Being right is what Gail lives for. Absolutely. He's so proud of himself. He's so proud of himself. Good for you, babe. And then finally, Connor saw a micro movement that Tobin Bell made on the ground that is imperceptible to the human eye, that was only there for like a split second in like one shot, and he immediately knew the ending. He knew it like right away and sat politely through the rest of the movie, knowing that that was what was going to happen. He like saw Tobin Bell take in the tiniest breath you've ever seen that like no one else would be able to notice. And he figured it out. And he like pieced together the face from the hospital scene to the body on the floor and was like, oh, that's Jigsaw. Like, he put it together so early. Also, yeah, he probably Googled it in his brain beforehand. But he did sit politely and not say anything for the rest of the movie. And it was fine. I don't think he liked it very much. I think he was fine. That's true. Maybe he cuts off the internet connection. Second. Connor talks about, oh my god. Dude, he rips into the fucking nowhere town police department. The unnamed town police department of the Saw movies. Getting absolutely reamed to death by Connor. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. He'd rip him to shreds. All right. Okay. We are in the last little sections. We have like less than 100 slides left now out of our 246 before we get into our final section, which is just two very specific categories I've put these men in, we do have a little special interlude. This is a submission from my wonderful friend Pawn. How much my dear friend Pawn wants to shove my men in a locker, complete with Pawn's full notes. None of these thoughts that I am about to say are my own. These are all Pawn's notes that she sent to me. I sent her the list of boys, and she sent me back how much she wants to shove these men in a locker. So, category 1 that Pawn sent me is the category of a boy who will be shoved in a locker. First one, Victor. Quote, "It's not that I hate Victor. It's that I've just been flooded with this man on every social media I've used in far too short an amount of time, and I feel entitled to compensation in the form of shoving that nerd in a locker." Fair enough, I'm the one that contaminated Pawn's socials. It was me. I did that. Next boy going in the locker, John. Quote Pawn, "John Doe is overall kind of sweet and very dorky, but that's why I want to shove him in a locker. Look at him. How could I resist shoving him in a locker?" Fair enough, he does have a very shovable face. Then Astarion. Going in the locker. Quote Pawn, "I like Astarion, but also he's evil. Also, the locker these guys are getting shoved into is a different locker than John and Victor because he can pick locks, and I don't want the others getting loose when Astarion breaks out." That is true. You shove him in a locker, he will get out eventually. It might take him a second, but he'll get there. He'll get there. Absolutely. So, those are all the ones, no question, going into the locker. Category number 2 is a boy that Pawn wouldn't shove into a locker, but she could. She could shove these boys into a locker, but she won't. First one, I was actually kind of surprised, considering that this is a boy that Pawn gave to me. V Devil May Cry. Quote, "V would be so fucking easy to shove in a locker, and he would just have to sit there and think about his actions until someone came out and got him. But I won't, though. Just because." So only just because Pawn isn't feeling it is V Devil May Cry spared from the locker. Also another boy that Pawn could shove in a locker, but just won't. Copia. Quote, "Copia would also be so easy to shove in a locker. Who's gonna fucking stop me? The ghouls? Imperator? I think the fuck not. But I have other plans for his misery, so he's safe from the darkness void of this conveniently placed locker." Unquote. I'm loving doing the dramatic readings of the things Pawn sent me in DMs. You could. He's an old man. You could fit him in a locker. No one would stop you. Gale. Quote, "I could shove Gale in a locker because he's also a nerd, but also he's been through, sorry, let me read that again. I could shove Gale in the locker because he's also a nerd, but also he's fucking been through enough, honestly." Yeah, look at that guy. He's been through enough. Don't put him in a locker. He doesn't need to suffer any more humiliations. All right, that is that category. Category number 3 is I don't know you, but you're going in the locker. And there's only one man in this category, and that is Silas. Silas Love in Deep Space. Into the locker with you. Pawn's messages for this one. Sorry, one second. I just clicked something incorrect. There we go. Okay. Um, so, Pon's quote for Silas. I don't know shit about love in deep space. I don't know this man, but his smug aura mocks me, so into the locker he goes. Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, I think he would let you do it. Because I think that would be really, really funny. Sorry, 1 second. Technical difficulties. Okay, yeah, Silas lives alone in this category because he's the only person that Pon doesn't know. And that is very fair. He is very smug. He is so fucking smug. Oops. So smug. Okay, next category. We'll never shove them in a locker. I love you. Smooch. Or as Pon said in the DMs, kissing him, kissing him, kissing him, kissing him. These two make sense. These two make sense because I know Pon. The boy who's not getting shoved in a locker and getting a little kissy is Garrus. Quote, I love Garrus, and even if I didn't, I couldn't shove him in a locker. He's like a 6-foot-something can of Dino Birdman ass kicking and would kill me if I tried, and I'm okay with that. Also, look at the dudes already in the locker. I would never subject him to that. I like the implication that like they're all going in one locker. So we have Astarion, John, and no, Astarion's in his own locker. We've established that. Silas and John is in a locker. Yeah, they're all going in one locker. And Copia. Copia's in the locker. And Astarion's in his own special harder to break out of locker. And another boy who's not getting put in the locker, he's getting a little kissy, is Connor, which is so fair. So fair. Connor is a good, smart boy who would do this little android prediction thing to figure out the best way to Uno reverse me into the locker instead. And that would not work well for anyone. Connor doesn't deserve the locker. Connor deserves a little nap and a box of puppies. I agree. I agree. And this last one, the final category, the locker is not enough. I have to kill him. And there is once again only one man in this category, and I wonder who it is. I wonder who. It's Loki. It's Loki. Sorry, 1 second. Let me grab my note didn't save. My note didn't save, so let me grab it. Let me grab it directly from the DMs here. And then let me grab this right here. The awful snort laughing I did. Oh, Finn, it's about to get worse because there are notes with this. And I also have a little thing here to do as well. So, please enjoy this dramatic reading of Pon's feelings about my actual husband, Loki Laufeyson. Meet me in the field of battle, Loki Laufeyson. For years, you have tormented my Tumblr feed. You have evaded my defenses and assaulted my midnight scrolling. For the last time, God of Mischief, we will duel, and with all of my soul, I will be the victor. He has been in my block list since they introduced the feature, and I have unfollowed anyone who puts it on my Tumblr dash since the Avengers movie came out in 2012, because he's just that prevalent. Sumi falling in love with him is a nightmare scenario. Thank you. And thank you, Pon, for doing that for me. Thank you. Fucking wheeze I just did. Thank you, Pon. Meet me behind the Denny's for an ass kicking. Yep. This is also the tier list that Pon sent me. There's where they all sit. It was so good. Thank you, Pon. Okay, this is our final section. We're almost done. I'm gonna try and get through this fairly quickly. These are just 2 categories. So like the saw reaction one, I'm just gonna we're just gonna go through the boys and I'm gonna say my thoughts about them. This was a request from multiple people, actually. But what are these boys' D&D classes? This has a little asterisk next to it. 1 second. Drink some water. Okay. Excuse me. This has a little asterisk next to it. That asterisk is I've only been playing D&D for like a year. So I don't know all classes. I don't know any special classes that are outside of like your basic stuff and like things that they've shown in Baldur's Gate 3. Okay? I am a little newbie baby, barely learning to walk in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons. So some of these picks might be a little basic. You might think of cooler things for them to be. Congratulations, make your own list. That's where we're at. Okay, cool. Loki. That's a fucking rogue. That's a rogue. Maybe a rogue sorcerer. So he can have magic. Because he loves magic. But that's a rogue. He's stealing everything he can get his hands on. Anything that's not nailed down. High charisma stat. Rogue. Absolutely. Absolutely. Astarion. Easy pick. He would be a rogue in all things, I think. I think he loves being a rogue too much to be something else, really. And it's hard for me to imagine him being anything else, but like if I had to pick something that wasn't his like base, what he is in Baldur's Gate 3, the Dungeons and Dragons game, Bard. Yeah, like Pon just said, I could see him as a bard. Yeah, I could see him being a bard. He's horny enough. He would enjoy seducing people and also vicious mockerying them for free. Hi, Talia. Thank you for the hydrate. You're here for the last 2 categories, but they are very fun, silly categories. Astarion, you're a short motherfucker and nobody likes you. Exactly. He takes vicious mockery so seriously in a way that I personally can't. I have to look up vicious mockery generators. I can't do it. I can't do it. Hello, it's the host. Hello. No worries. It impacts your ability to form interpersonal relationships. Yep. Dude, he'd say some fucked up stuff as vicious mockery. It'd be awful. Next up, Silas. Silas also reads rogue because he also is a hoarder. He's a dragon. He is a dragon. He loved to hoard. But I think rogue sorcerer multiclass. Because I think that Silas could be the most fucked up sorcerer you've ever seen. And also, sorcerer is a charisma build. It's a charisma build, and he wouldn't go for a warlock pact. He would never build a character who could fall for a warlock pact. You feel me? So he would want the sorcerer for the charisma build. Oh my god, Patron Silas. Cool. Making notes in my brain for a future character, Patron Silas. And Draconic Bloodline is a sorcerer thing. My sorcerer has a Draconic Bloodline, and it gives her fangs and freaky fucking snake eyes, and she's so perfect and amazing. But yes, I think he would also just like have some levels in Rogue for sleight of hand and to steal. He likes to steal, likes to take things. Yep. Yeah. Rogue sorcerer multiclass. He also is the party face. 1,000,000%. He's the one that's talking to everybody every single time because he can persuade pretty much anybody, and anyone who he can't persuade, he's going to intimidate to death. He's the face. 1,000,000%. V is the least horny bard you've ever seen. And as a person who has made also a very unhorny bard into Vorkairen, I truly respect it. He truly takes the craft seriously. I could also see him being a really scary evocation wizard. I could see him being a really scary evocation wizard and learning some fucked up summons. See, I thought ranger, but can you see V sitting in a tree? Could you see V climbing a tree? And like Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. He would have like a animal companion built in, 1,000,000%. Like, just I thought Ranger at first too, because the animal component, and I was like, no, 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 no. Too naturey. Too naturey for this man. And his fucked up bones. Like, Ranger didn't fit for me. So he's a bard. Maybe a bard wizard multi-class. Perhaps a giant tree in the middle of a city, maybe. Maybe he's climbing the Clyphod. Oh god, oh my god, DMC 5 but make it a D&D party would be a fucking nightmare. Anyway, vicious mockery once by saying it was all a dream and everyone is still a child potential. I take it all back. Your feelings are permanent. Oh god, ow. All right, okay, next boy. John Doe is just happy to be here. John Doe is just so happy to sit at the table, and I think he is the last person to make a character because he wants to see who everybody else is playing, and then he will fill. He will fill for what needs to be done. Also, it was just kind of hard for me to think of who the Joker plays in D&D. But, like, if you forced him to sit down and make a character, just like, forced him to pick what he would want to play as, John's picking a warlock. John's playing a warlock. Would John cry if his character dies? Absolutely. It'd fuck him up so bad if his fictional little guy died. But no, John is picking a warlock if you force him to. I think that he would be very invested in the warlock and patron pact dynamic. And no matter how many times he makes a warlock, he is always surprised when it turns out that his patron sucks. The patron always sucks, John. That's how the warlock class works. It's always bad, John, but he's surprised every time. He also doesn't mind the only 2 spell slot things. And he thinks Hellish Rebuke is fun. So yeah, Warlock John Doe. Warlock the Joker. Victor, easiest pick of my life. That's an artificer if I've ever seen one. My current girl is an artificer because I combined Victor and my arcane OC into one person, and I've made the coolest artificer ever of all time. That's an artificer. Done. Easy. Moving on. People that are in my group chat saw this because I wrote this out and it made me laugh. Copia is a sorcerer. Copia wants to be a sorcerer so bad. The class where you are naturally born, it is in your bloodline that you get super cool powers and no one can take that away from you and you don't have to like put the effort into it. Absolutely. Absolutely for him. Yes. 100%. He loves being cool and powerful with no effort and not having to prove himself. It's what he would want. See, I also thought Bard for a half second, but like the natural God-given power of a sorcerer, I think would appeal to him more. He also always has kind of a tragic backstory with his characters. And I think all of his characters have issues with their parents, and that is not a reflection on him as a person. Shut up. He's just playing his character. Do not call him out on his character's issues with their dad. He will leave the table if you do. Yeah, no, he always there's something deep and introspective in Copia's characters, and he refuses to talk about it. Garrus Vicarian is a gunslinger. And before anybody comes up to me and is like, Sumi Gunslinger is not a D&D class, that's a Pathfinder class. You need to homebrew Gunslinger into your game, or Garrus is not at the table. That's the only type of combat he's going to be interested in. You have to figure out how to get guns in that game already. He's not going to play an artificer so that he can wait like 5 or 6 levels to be able to build his own guns. He wants the gun from square one. He wants the gun. Give it to him. Didn't they add it for the Critical Role expansion pack? They did, because Percy is a gunslinger. But technically it's not a D&D class. Technically it's not. I do think Garrus would love a TTRPG, but if he can't have a gun, he's going to hate combat. And that's the way to guarantee you get him on the table. If you're playing like a more modern game like Vampire the Masquerade or something like that, it'll be an easier sell. But if you want to put him in like a fantasy historical D&D setting, he needs to have a gun. He needs to have a gun. So you better learn how to homebrew a gun and figure out how a gun works in your world and who built the guns. He needs a gun. Otherwise, he's going to hate combat. Cyberpunk? He'd love Cyberpunk. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about D&D, and he needs a gun to exist in your fantasy world. And he's gonna be so protective of that gun. Dwarves. True. God, would he play a dwarf? That'd be really funny. Anyway, Gale. Gale Dekarios is never anything but a wizard. Gale loves the art of learning magic, of studying magic. He's a wizard every time. Maybe a different class of wizard every time. He makes a little guy. But it's always a wizard. It's always a wizard. Maybe this time he's a conjuration wizard. He's an evocation wizard. Ooh, maybe a necromancer for once. It's a wizard every time. Every time. But I think truly, if you got a D&D table together, Gale is your forever DM, actually. This I am a little bit stealing from Haley Whipjack, because, like, giving Gale Dekarios a situation where all of his friends have to listen to the thing that he came up with, and his rule is law. Whatever he says is correct. And he gets to think of these little stories. Dream. The dream of Gale Dekarios. He loves to DM. He loves it. And he gets so invested. He will hand out inspiration points if you're nice to him. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh yeah, he has his own special little NPC wizard boy. Every time. Every time. But this is a DM. This is a DM, Gale Dekarios. Connor, I think, doesn't get too crazy in his classes. I don't see him as a guy who really is feeling like magic systems, really. I think that actually Connor makes a really terrifyingly competent fighter class. I think that he, not even intentionally, will min-max the fuck out of his little guy to an absolute killing machine. And when you're not in combat, his fighter is so nice, absolutely going on a very wholesome hero's journey, this guy. But the second combat starts, God help everyone. He is so efficient in killing. Combat is over so fast because Connor made a fighter that obliterates everyone and has so many action surges. The second he gets to like level 5, level 6, it's over for everyone. It's over. Yeah, it was either fighter or monk was what I was in between, and I decided that Connor would like a weapon a little bit more than just doing a good hit. And if he decided he wanted magic, I do believe there's an arcane fighter option. His action surge has action surge. He has an action surge on his action. He has bonus action surge. Like, it's nasty. It's disgusting. He, in their campaign, becomes like a whispered of hero in other towns where they're like, did you hear about this guy that can just like absolutely eviscerate a man in like 2 seconds? And then they meet him and he's like so happy and so kind. He does rules lawyer a little bit, actually. He does have the entire handbook in his brain and can reference it all at any moment. So he might get a little bit insufferable to be around. But I think if you tell him enough times to just kind of let people have fun and whatever the DM says goes, I think maybe some breaking of rules would eat him up a little bit inside. But overall, he could be tamed. It's not his fault. He just has programming that makes him a good rules-abiding little guy. That being said, there is a non-zero chance that he would become the paladin archetype of like, it's what my character would do. But no, it's fine. Oh, I think if you really like drilled Rule of Cool into Connor, I think he could get there. He'd be great at a table. He'd also bring snacks. Connor's bringing snacks to the table, baby. He doesn't even eat. He's bringing snacks for the table. All right. Last category. What snacks? It depends on what the people at the table like. I'll learn their favorites. I'll bring them every time. Also donuts. It doesn't matter that bakeries aren't open for donuts on a Saturday night. He'll figure it out. He's the best. Okay, last category. I'm not super over stream time, and I'm proud of myself because I really got to save my voice for Bakano stream tomorrow, and I have to work on Bakano stream. Oopsie, teehee. This is a very self-indulgent one, and it's stupid. This is probably the stupidest category here. Who do these boys main in Marvel Rivals? I love Marvel Rivals. I played Marvel Rivals all the time with my friends. I love Marvel Rivals. I spent so long figuring out Marvel Rivals. Who do they main? Pawn, I'm so sorry. Who do they main in Marvel Rivals? Loki, easiest shit of my life. Loki mains Loki. Never touches anybody else. Like I said for myself when I started playing Marvel Rivals, I said I was going to be Loki one trick. And now I am working on being Lord for every single strategist. I'm fine and normal. But yeah, easiest shit of my life. Loki is Loki. Moving on. What does he think of his rendered ass in game? He loves that he has a tiny little waist and a fat ass. He thinks they did a great job with him. And he's fucked up. He's the most fucked up Loki ever. He's so fucked up with Loki. He's so good at managing his clone cooldowns, and like if he gets hit more than twice, he's teleporting away and no one knows where he went. He's an evil Loki. He does keep up a good balance between damage and healing, though. He's not a pure DPS Loki. Because genuinely Loki does give a shit about that kind of thing. But yeah, Astarion. My first impulse on Astarion was Loki, but Loki's kit is too complicated. I'm gonna be straight up. All of my friends that have picked up Rivals have given Loki a shot because I play so much Loki, and every single one of them has been like, Loki's so fucking difficult. And I'm like, I know. I learned Loki's kit by just bashing my head into a wall over and over and over again until I got it. And it took me like 2 months to become like an efficient Loki because I'm bad at games. But like, Loki's difficult, and Astarion would not care for that kit. There's too many moving parts. It's too complicated for him. He's not a Loki main. And also, I don't think he'd be too interested in playing any healer types. He's also really not a tank main. He's not really a tank main. He doesn't like to try. That's absolutely correct, Pawn, because that's a Scarlet Witch main if I've ever fucking seen one. You don't need to aim. You can do so much damage, no effort. The second he takes even one hit, he is, like, turning invisible and zip-zopping away. And he loves all of her outfits. He has all of her skins. He thinks that she has like really, really pretty skins, and he has whatever is like serving the hardest at the time. Astarion is a little pillow princess who wants to do damage and get MVP. Absolutely. I do think that he learns the art of popping a Scarlet Witch ult that does get at least a triple every single time. I think he is really, really good at getting off the ult in a way that he will not die and lose all of his ult charge, which is like the main difficulty of a Scarlet Witch. That being said, I do think it would be really, really funny if after she came out, he picked up a little Emma Frost. I think him as a brawl tank would be really, really funny, but just as Emma specifically, I think he would become evil and really fucked up. It's really him coded. I think he would enjoy kicking and punching people with her big old thighs. And like the mind control. Exactly. No, Jess is right. She serves. And so he must play her. He serves as both of these women. But I think he would pick up Emma on personality alone and be okay at it, but would mostly just default back to a Scarlet Witch. All right. Silas. Silas is the scariest Psylocke main you've ever seen. He is such a scary Psylocke main. You don't even know that there's a Psylocke on your team. He is never pinging for heals a single time. He is effectively getting his health packs, and he is in their backline 24/7 murdering people. He knows all the combos. You will be dead before you know what hit you. It's terrifying. It's so scary. He's an awful Psylocke main, and I think the skin that he wears for her is the Vampire Hunter Psylocke one. You don't hear a lot about Psylocke because she's a hard character to master, but I think that Silas would do it, and he would fuck it up. He would be so scary. He would be so scary. V, to me, in my heart, I thought making him a strategist main, but there weren't any strategists that I really like resonated with him. And I just looked through the roster and I thought about it for a while. Hela. Okay, walk with me on this one. Walk with me on a Hela main V Devil May Cry. I think that he would be so efficient as a Hela. He's hitting headshots. He is hitting headshots from a million miles away. He is using the hit scan like nobody's business. He is so efficient in his evacs too when he turns into the little crow and goes away. He also is talking in VC all the time, throwing in poetic verses about death. He is saying some crazy, harrowing things in the VC, and it's not anything that will get him banned. It's just a lot of stuff that's very disquieting as he is killing you as the goddess of death. Do you get what I'm putting down on this one? I really thought about like a strategist for him, but he just doesn't feel like a strategist main for me. He is murdering people as my sister-in-law Hela. That's how it's going for him. John is a murder Jeff. That's a murder Jeff, baby. He does still heal though, because he likes the approval of others. But he's walking around as that little dog with his little toe beans and his hot boy swagger. I'm right. I knew Jeff immediately. And he doesn't even care about the Jeff rework. He just really, really likes playing as a little shark. A little guy. He thinks being able to kidnap people with the ult is the funniest shit in the world. And he cackles into VC every single time he gets anyone, even just one person with his ult. He's laughing like a madman in the VC. He's killing people. He's sniping people to death at a certain point. He's getting his heal numbers, absolutely, but he's getting final hits that are terrifying. But mostly he's just here to have a good time. But like, if you cross him, if you talk shit on Jeff in the chat, that's it forever. He is there are clips of like people shitting on like their own Jeff, and their Jeff like just swallowing them and like walking them off the map. John, that's John. In my heart, that's John Doe. You look at him sideways, and he's throwing the game. He's here for a good time to be a little shark, but he's so easy to anger. He will throw so fast. Don't even test him. Okay, Victor. I have changed my mind on who Victor's Marvel Rivals main is like 4 times. I think that I've landed on Adam Warlock. I think he's an Adam Warlock main. I think he is a very efficient Adam Warlock main. There's also something beautiful and poetic of him being like the perfect human that like ties into some season 2 stuff that like, if I think about too much, it'll make me sad. But I think that he hits his headshots as Adam. He knows the animation cancels. He's really good at managing his burst heal cooldown. I think he's a really good Adam. And also I think overall he's really, really positive in the team chat until the second that you aren't. And then he is tearing you apart. He is going to fuck up your day. If you're mean to any of the other healers, then he's going to ruin your life. You can talk shit on Adam about how he's a throw pick or whatever, and he'll just kind of roll his eyes. But if there's like a cloak and dagger on the team trying their best also, and you're shitting on them, he's going to like eviscerate you. He's going to find your IP address and will dox you. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. But he'd think about it. But yeah, that's an Adam Warlock main. He's great at hitting his res comps, his res heals for me. If he can get a Star-Lord and a Mantis and get a res comp going, I think he'd be really happy about that. But like, he doesn't need it. He just likes playing Adam. He thinks Adam's great. Copia is our next one. This is my strategist main king. He wants so much to be helpful, and he's already under constant stress. So I think that he would deal with the constant stress of being yelled at for heals pretty okay. However, this man cannot heal. That's a cloak and dagger main. or rocket. Or rocket. I don't think he's taking Squirrel Girl because I think he would just want to help and be a strategist more than he would want to be a Squirrel Girl main. I actually could see V as a Squirrel Girl. No, never mind. Nope, Hella is it. But yeah, no, that's a cloak and dagger or a rocket, and he has figured out when he's playing rocket the little hidey holes that nobody can get you in. Squirrel Girl he would like for little critters, and maybe sometimes he'll play her if they don't need an extra strategist or somebody already took cloak and dagger. Maybe he'll get a Squirrel Girl game in every now and then. But like, this is a strategist main. But it's a strategist main who can't aim. Same, my mans. Same. I rely so heavily on Loki's splash damage. I just aim at people's feet. But he is not a competitive player. I cannot stress that enough. Copia is playing in quick play. He's playing in versus AI lobbies. He is so casual. He is so casual, and I love that for him, King. Who is not casual is Garrus Vicarian. This is the scariest Black Widow main I've ever seen. He has a Lord in Black Widow and no time in anyone else. He hits all of his headshots, and it's so scary. It's so scary. And like, if you talk shit in the team chat about Widow being a throw pick, he is going to rip you to pieces. He's going to get in the VC and he is going to smack talk you to death. He's going to kill you. He's the one good Black Widow main. There are so few. She really is not a good character. But like Garrus is sniping things from a million miles away. People think he's cheating, how good he is at hitting his headshots. But no, he's just really good. He's just really good at it. And will absolutely shit talk in VC, and I love that for him. Gale. Garrus' voice as he gets a headshot. Skill issue. Absolutely. Oh, Gale would give crazy threats. Gale would get heated, and I do think he would play in comp, and people would get so pissed about a Widow in comp, but then he like absolutely wipes the floor with everybody and gets MVP every single time, and they're like, well, we can't complain anymore. Anyway, Gale is Doctor Strange too obvious? I think this is a tank main. I don't think he wants the stress of a strategist. I think he wants to protect people. I think he protects his strategist with any type of shield tank. I think he is doing those clips I see on TikTok where like an Iron Man hits an ult and like he jumps in front of the strategist and pops the shield to like save their lives. I think that's Gale. He just feels helpful. He's okay with taking up space, I think. I don't really think he's a brawl tank. But, like, I think he has an okay mag game. They even look alike, yep. But, like, he plays Doctor Strange. He's a strange little dude. Him and Astarion will do the Strange and Scarlet Witch team up. And Astarion will cause problems. While Gale just sponges up as much damage as he can. Tavora's the healer for them. Tavora plays Invisible Woman. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. All right. Last boy. The very end. Connor. This is my flex fill king. He will play whatever is needed for the team, but he does have his mains. He doesn't get to play DPS very often, but if he does, that's the scariest Bucky I've ever seen. He is efficiently hitting his grabs. It doesn't matter that Bucky only has a 3-shot magazine. People are dying. He can chain that ult like nobody's business. It's so scary. He's a really, really scary Bucky if they need a DPS, which usually they don't. But you know what people always need? They always need a tank. And if he's tanking, that's Captain America, baby. He's playing Steve Rogers. Absolutely. He is protecting his backline. He is going into their backline and causing problems. He is pushing people back. He's taking up space, and he's never dying a single time because he knows exactly when to get out of a fight and back to his healers. He never pings for heals. He absolutely is just going back to his healers, saying thank you. He has the thank you ping on a hotkey. So he is absolutely being the best Captain America you've ever seen, and he's never going to die once. Would he get banned because he's technically using aimbot? It's not in the computer, and the game can't detect it, so... But people, I think, do accuse him of cheating. I do think people accuse him of cheating because he's so efficient. But yeah, he is a Captain America who is not getting kills, but he's causing so many problems in the back line. But actually, no, he is getting kills. He is getting kills. He's a demon. He's terrifying. It's like perfect gameplay every single time. I think he keeps getting banned. And then like making new accounts or like having to get unbanned. But like I said, he is a full flex player, so he's not just playing DPS and tank. He is absolutely playing strategist, and I think he has 2 strategist mains. One is Invisible Woman, mostly because she's like really meta viable, and you can get a lot of damage out of Invisible Woman as well. And I think he, depending on the map, also will be if he picks an invisible woman, if they need a healer. If there's a map with a lot of push and pull options, he'll play an invisible woman. Also, if they have like another hot heals healer, or like if they have an Atom for burst heals, or like an Ultron that's doing healing over time, hot heals, then he's playing Invisible Woman. But if there's like a Cloak and Dagger, or somebody's already picked Invisible Woman and like they're about to be solo healing, that's a Mantis that hits her headshots and her sleeps every single time. Terrifying. Efficient. Oh my god. Everyone is so topped up all the time with the leaves, because even before he's used all 4 of the leaves, he hits more headshots and refills all the leaves. It's scary. That's a terrifying Mantis. I think Mantis would be his preferred strategist if he had to pick, but like sometimes just that healing over time is not what you need. And also they keep nerfing her into nothing. So he will Invisible Woman sometimes. All right. That's it. Silly time's over. This silly stream has come to an end. Thank you guys for coming to this. Thank you guys all for your very generous donations at the top of the stream. I hope you guys had fun with this. I had fun putting it together. I had so much fun thinking of my little guys. Let's go ahead and get back to the... Thank you for the... Yes, clap for me. I'm the best. Again, thank you guys so much. We are at... Because I can do math, 80% of 1,000 is $800? What the fuck? What the fuck? Thank you guys. You are so great. If you have ideas for an emote and for prop redeems, please let me know. That's enough for like a mid PC. Yeah, or like I have a PC in mind. I can probably put a down payment on that and do like some very reduced monthly payments after that. I could definitely figure something out with that. Thank you guys so much for your crazy generosity. We are working towards $1,000 goal. If we get to 1,000, I do have to do 1 hour of uwu voice, but that's going to be after Donathon, because both of these streams, and so tomorrow's stream is Bakano stream, which is going to be made into a YouTube video. I cannot do an uwu voice for an hour with that. Okay? So it's going to be something in the future. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you guys had fun. I need to go work on Bakano stream and also rest my voice to get ready for more talking tomorrow. As far as a raid goes, who we got? Let's see. Anya Acheron is playing Devil May Cry 5. Where's V? Playing as Dante right now. Pawn, that's your boy. Pretty sure that's Dante. Oh, that might be Nero. No, that's Nero. That's Nero. But it's still Devil May Cry 5, which is so good and important, so we're going to send you guys that way. I do know that Anya is playing DMC 5 for the first time and seems to be having a wonderful go of it. Looks like they're kind of close to the end of the game. So go ahead and have fun over there. I will see you guys tomorrow for Bakano stream for the last day of my 10-day birthday donathon. We are almost at the end. Oh my god. Edison, do you have anything that you would like to add? You don't agree that Connor would be your best friend? I'm just gonna say that you're wrong. I think you would get along with him. You think Astarion, because I said he would bribe you with the most food, that I think is just biased because you want cheese. All right, everyone, go have fun with Anya. I will see you all tomorrow. Oya, see me.